The Layer's a hard place to live. Real hard. Ain't no soft landing nowhere in it. Smiling at you like it already know your name, already in the room when you walk in. That's the slings and arrows, you don't hear them fly, you just feel that sting and wonder where it came from. Whole layer wrapped in dark mystery. Old magic in the walls. Wizards whispering deals they don't keep. Dragons watching from the shadows, counting bodies like loose change. Succubus love looks sweet at first, then you wake up lighter than you went to sleep. Heart tax, soul pawn. It's war out here. Quiet war. Betrayal wears silk and smile real nice. Same cats break bread with you. Be the one selling your name 2 streets over. This whole thing a stone cold trip, baby. No fair fights, no refunds. So whatever shield you walk around with, it better be battle tested. Not shiny. Not shiny. Not fresh out the armory, I'm talking chip paint. Bent edges. Blood you couldn't wash off even if you tried. Cause the Layer don't care how fly you look in your armor. They care what's still holding when the smoke drifts off. If you still here tomorrow, still breathing, still standing on your square, then yeah, you's a bad mother. Shut your mouth.
Layer.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. What up, party people? Your dreams have now been fulfilled. Get out your seat and let's get ill. Broadcasting live from the West Coast, Oakland, California, to be specific. You are in the Layer, and I am the Night. I'm just getting here. It's 5:21. Shout out to, what is this? Tasman Butler. What's happening? We're gonna get right into it. We left off earlier, said we wasn't gonna look no more deeper for the Yamanika thing, and I wasn't even looking for it, and it popped up. So that's what we're gonna do first. No, first we got a video to look at. We got this to look at first. Let me see, where would playback speed be? Remix, share. These 3 dots, nothing. Okay, we got 3 dots up here. Playback speed. I want y'all to pay attention to what's happening right here. .27 seconds. Yeah. That was a clear man, as he called him. Shout out to the shout outs. What's going on, Raven 2? We're moving forward from that, but we must leave all clips in the description. So if you want to go back and see the original format without the 145 on it, you can just go in the description and go to it yourself. Let's put that one in there. Then we want to put this one in there. And we shall proceed to give you what you need. So again, this whole kerfuffle that Corey Holcomb is having with Godfrey is he has a reoccurring guest named Yamaneika Saunders. And Yamaneika talk like a lot of these ladies talk. And I've been liking Yamaneika as a comedian, I don't know, maybe 15 years now. Probably, let me see. I knew around 07, 08. So maybe it's been a long time. Yamaneika calls out. Darlene Ortiz. Let's look at this here. This goes all the way over here. We don't want it grouped. Is this at 145? Playback speed is normal, so let's speed it up. Okay. Are we on the stage? We are. Let's move forward. Shout out to Yamaneika. Now this is called Fried Plantain. Who's looking at a clip of Yamaneika Heaton clipped up from Revolt and the Breakfast Club. Then we'll be going in some Godfrey clips. Yamaneika calls out Darlene for backing Corey Holcomb. This is back during the him and Anton stuff.
The woman on the show with him, no disrespect to her, she constantly standing in the gap for this nigga. I don't know what he got on her.
That's Darlene.
She like, oh, you with the coat you looking at $1,600, but lady, is he paying you? And the thing about it is, Corey Holcomb don't need that much to live his lifestyle. He seemed like a bodega nigga that still live around the way. It don't cost that much to live in an SRO, so he'll be fine. Okay, the little hats he got on, all that shit you can get at the Salvation Army. And
this is what Corey is mad with Godfrey about. She is saying this stuff on Godfrey's show. Now, way before this, Corey, every chance he get, he calls Godfrey a backdoorian. So I've been calling him gay forever. Then kind of was making it seem like it was a beef like a year ago. And Godfrey said back then, I don't know what the beef is. He's from Chicago, but he said he didn't know what the beef was then. And he just came out recently and said he still don't know why he upset. And then Corey on his show the other day said, you let that fat bitch, talking about Yamanika. This is what what she said, that he lives in an SRO. I think SRO is single room. What is it called? What's the SRO? It's a small space. It's a studio room. SRO. What does an SR do? What is SRO housing? Here we go. Where many were homeless, SRO Housing Corporation has created homes with more than 42 years of experience. SRO Housing has embraced a more comprehensive and holistic approach to eradicating homelessness, short-term emergency, transitional, and permanent supportive housing. I got to explain something simpler than that, so I don't know why I went to that SRO definition. There we go. In the UK, it's self-regulatory organization. Northern America, single room occupancy. That's what it is. That's what an SRO. So she just got through saying that Corey lives in an SRO, a single room occupancy. Which I don't know why a dude that ain't got a whole lot of family and nothing else need anything more than an SRO. But shout out to the SRO. She said a bunch of them hats you can get from the flea market. I just rewinded. This is what he's up. This is what Mr. Corey Holcomb, the comedian, is mad at another comedian about saying. So here she is.
Don't need that much to live his lifestyle. He seemed like a bodega nigga that still live around the way. It don't cost that much to live in an SRO. So he'll be fine, okay? The little hats he got on, all that shit you can get at the Salvation Army and the Goodwill off of Compton Avenue. All the niggas is dressed like that. That low rent Steve Harvey. Team shit. I'm telling you.
Oh, here we go.
The nigga always dressed like he in a hurry to go on a cruise. And that's why he's mad that his boat show got canceled. You know the cruise, the one in Gary, Indiana on a boat. Nigga, who the fuck is going on a boat cruise in Gary, Indiana?
Yamanika.
So whatever episode that is, what's going on, TK? What's going on, Willing to Win? What's going on, Smitty? Now, yesterday, y'all let me do like, about a 4-5 hour show, and y'all gave me $2. Let's not repeat that today. That was crazy work. Let's listen to the Plantain.
Is not letting this go. If the first round on In Godfrey We Trust last week felt heated, the second round felt personal. Because at this point, it's clear. This isn't just about one comment. This isn't just about the 5-year-old controversy. Yamanika does not like Corey Holcomb at all. Not as a comic, not as a personality, not even as a man. And she's no longer disguising it as casual commentary. On last week's episode, she goes in on everything. His dress sense, his alleged stagnation as a comedian, his fan base, his lifestyle, and even the way he carries himself publicly.
I have the lady from HR at the nurse asking us what our social security number is. I'm not going there alone. But what I'm saying to you is the man is not capable of accepting accountability or responsibility. It is never anybody else's fault. I mean, it's never his fault. It's always everybody else's fault. Exactly. Even in the talking about the 5-year-old that's inappropriate, and I have no idea how that even came up. He's already getting ahead of the story going, oh, y'all gonna say Corey wrong. And, fuck all of that, nigga. We trying to figure out why is your brain immediately going to whether a 5-year-old is a whore or not. That's the issue we got.
Yeah, and then people are like, it's comedy, but there was no joke in there.
There's no joke in there.
Yeah, I don't mess with that.
That's not funny.
You don't mess with that with the little. Nah, you don't fuck with the baby stuff.
Not,
oh, here's another one. Oh yeah, the gigs. His gigs.
A lot of my gigs. I lost a lot of my gigs. So, by the way, thank you, TMZ. I lost another gig today. Gary, Indiana, on the boat. Y'all got me good. Y'all get
Not on the boat. Not
Y'all
Gary
got
and
me
Diana on the
good.
boat.
I'm losing gigs. People are saying, Corey, the optics of that video. Yeah.
Nobody said
Y'all
optics
got
to
me
you.
good,
You don't even know what
DMZ.
optics mean. You had to
I'm
look
about
that
to
up.
be out here on welfare.
Mhm. I thought he was already on welfare. Look at this outfit.
Somebody got to
Welfare.
explain why I ain't got
You
that
know how
no more.
welfare niggas be. They be overdressing everywhere they
They
go.
got Hocula.
Nope, because the jacket that you were looking at
I'm gonna have Proclubula.
cost $1,600.
She questions the authenticity of his claimed wealth, referencing his 1,600 coat and suggesting that expensive clothing doesn't equal financial stability. Now, whether that's fair or not is almost secondary. The point is the angle she's choosing.
The woman that's on the show with him, no disrespect. We cut him off. I'm sick of him. The woman on the show with him, no disrespect to her. She constantly standing in the gap for this nigga. I don't know what he got on her.
That's Darlene.
She like, oh, with the coat you looking at $1,600. But lady, is he paying you? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, and the thing about it is, Corey Holcomb don't need that much to live his lifestyle. He seemed like a bodega nigga that still live around the way. It don't cost that much to live in an SRO, so he'll be fine. Okay, the little hats he got on, all that shit you can get at the Salvation Army and the Goodwill up off of Convent Avenue. All them niggas is dressed like that. That low rent Steve Harvey Temu shit. I'm telling you.
Oh, shit, here we go.
Hold
on. Oh, hell no.
Top 5 answers on the
Well,
board.
here's the question.
Who's the Corey Holcomb? 100 people agreed. It was one answer.
She questions who is even booking a comedy cruise in Gary, Indiana. She jokes about Groupon deals and 2-for-1 tickets. She frames it less as a fall from grace and more as evidence.
6 months ago. No, Smitty, I'm not into animals like that. What's going on with Wade, buddy, on the vertical side? What's going on, SD? What's going on, Lost Soul? Cause as a lady, this is what the ladies feel. As a lady, she should be able to say whatever and buck wild, long as she don't put her hands on you. She could say the dick is trash, and most of us. She could say our money is short. We don't know no places to go. We don't even know how to separate, spoons and forks on the table. We're no sommeliers. We don't know what an amuse-bouche is. We just, like Starers, something that used to be here. But Yamanika always like angry a little bit, which makes her even funnier.
That the empire wasn't that grand to begin with. That's calculated.
He dressed like a gay nigga who played the tambourine in church, and he keep telling
First of all,
people
that's very
that
accurate.
they get right. Y'all hear that? What a mighty God we serve.
That's very
What
accurate.
a mighty God we serve.
So what happened?
The angels bow before him, heaven and earth adore him.
159,
What a
all
mighty
right.
God we serve. Like, he dressed like a nigga that's at the
Wow.
buffet just serving shit. Like, he
Wow.
just had an apron on before.
Wow.
And he got to take his mother out for a Mother's Day dinner right after. The nigga always dressed like he in a hurry to go on a cruise. And that's why he's mad that his boat show got canceled. You know, the one in Gary, Indiana on a boat. Nigga, who the fuck is going on a boat cruise in Gary, Indiana? You ought to be glad they canceled that shit, nigga. Why did you cancel it?
What body of water is Gary?
Gary, Indiana, nigga.
This nigga on a lake.
Baby, Gary, please show Google bodies of water in Gary, Indiana. No, I know you niggas probably already had it up anyway because you niggas is white. Put up bodies of water and show us what bodies of water in Gary, Indiana look like, nigga.
Lake Michigan, the Great Lakes.
Oh, you know the boat cruise. They canceled me doing the buffet show at the church at 5 p.m. It's like, nigga, you was already going to be on welfare with them shows. You and me both in the
Yeesh. I think that SD, you get it now. This was the show that we couldn't find yesterday, but I ran upon it this morning. This is someone's editing of it, but we now know it was 6 months ago. Yesterday, y'all heard the music show. What did y'all think about all that music? We went through quite a bit of it yesterday. I think I liked the last two the most, but it's way more than that. But the last two we played yesterday, which is I might think I need to delete Take it off loop. Turn it up a hair more. And what is it? Pulse? No, we don't want to hear that one. I'm sure it's great though. We want to hear yeesh. What's it called? I think it's called Night in This Bitch. Let's hear a little bit of that. Let's hear a little bit of that. Here we go. All in My Dreams. I forget how that one goes also. But I'm sure it would be fire. We're at 5:07 a.m. Got 21 people in the building. What's going on, Rapid?
Yeah. Nightish. Out the shadows with it. Look. Incarcerated Scarface. Known to keep a figure in dark places. If a smudge, I get erased quick. That's in all cases, a genuine thing, you can't replace this. I'm cut from cloth, ain't nobody else can trace, bitch. I'm out on my own, recognizing. Work your whole life, but you still couldn't accomplish this. Cold heart, cold nights, no accomplices. On the night, move silent like the consequence. Pressure on my back, but I never fold. Seeing real ones turn fake when the weather cold. I'm elevated, meditated, soul never sold. Still standing 10 toes, legend status never told. I'm the night and this bitch, get with it or fucking split. We lit, whole squad mobbed up, we never quit. If it's smoke, then it's smoke, we don't run from it. Night is on the throne and we gunning with the drum in it. I'm the night and this bitch, better recognize the fit. Big bed, big stepper, hoe or too legit. Either roll or get rolled on, choose fast. Don't lie, yeah, gotta keep and chill with her, listen to it. I'm the night and the bitch. I'm the night and the bitch. I'm the night in this bitch, get with it or fucking split. We lit, whole squad mobbed up, we never quit. If it's smoke, then it's smoke, we don't run from it. Status for a thing. Night it's on the throne, and we gunning with the drum in it. I rose out the concrete, pressure made the polish. Moving like a scholar, but my mindset lawless. Talk slick, chalk quick, looking at the rawest. Nightish on the Chris, I'm the one they call the tallest. Ain't no fear in my pulse, I'm immune to the panic. Whole life cinematic, turn struggle into magic. From the bay to the planet, this present gigantic. On the storm and the calm, bring the thunder, never static. Legacy built off muscle, built off truth. Built off pain, built off proof. If you real, then salute. If you fake, keep aloof. Nightish carved in stone, every letter bulletproof. I'm the night in this bitch, get with it or fucking split. We lit, whole squad mobbed up, we never quit. If it's smoke, then it's smoke, we don't run from it. Nightish on the throne and we gunning with the drum in it. I'm the night in this bitch, better recognize a fit. Big beard, big stepper, whole over too legit. Either roll or get rolled on, choose fast, don't miss. We lit, Nightish lit, say a word and it's a lit. I'm the night in this bitch, get with it or fucking split. We lit, whole squad mobbed up, we never quit. Smoke, then it's smoke, we don't run from it. Nightish on the throne, we gunning with the drum in it. I'm the night in the bitch. I'm the night in the bitch.
Let's go from that one to this one. I want to play instrumentals to get somebody in one of these battles. AI battles or battle offs or whatever they're trying to call them. I got sad kind of songs. Let's see. I got songs about a bunch of crap. This is where we want right here. 19 people. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Here's the one I think Smitty will like.
Hey. Good job. You already know. Numbers up.
Matter of fact, wait 1 second. I forgot to say what's up to LA Project and Cellulite. What's going on, y'all? Good morning. Rapid. Let's play it.
Energy right. Good numbers only, I don't deal with stress. Nah. Fresh out the shower, still smell like success. Yeah. Organic habits, I invest in my health. True. Mine on the money, but I'm moving with finesse. Good numbers only, everything legit. No shortcuts, I built all this brick by brick. Facts. Smooth conversation, I don't argue, I just dip. If it ain't about the growth, I ain't involved in it. Early morning, lemon water, then I hit the road. Phone slapping, playing plays, that's another load. I don't brag, I just let the results show. While they chasing hype, I'm investing in the growth. Nice pace, I ain't rushing, I got time today. Every move calculated, that's a smarter way. Had to cut a couple people, they was in the way. Nice clear vision, I could see a better day. Light dinner, salmon plate with the greens on it. Still grinding, even when a team on it. You can't fake discipline, you gotta lean on it. And if it ain't authentic, I don't lean on it. Couple streams of income, that's a different vibe. While they waiting on a check, I got it multiply. Stay solid, keep it player, that's the only code. Good numbers, good energy, that's the only mode. Good numbers only, I don't deal with stress. Fresh out the shower, still smell like success. Organic habits, I invest in my health. Mine on the money, but I'm moving with finesse. Good numbers only, everything legit. No shortcuts, I built all this brick by brick. Smooth conversation, I don't argue, I just dip. If it ain't about the growth, I ain't involved in it. Top floor view, city lights looking different now. Used to dream about it, I'm living in it now. Still humble, but the vision getting bigger now. Every dollar got a purpose when I spend it now. Cold pressed juice sent right by the dashboard. Cruise control, I ain't worried what they mad for. They be chasing validation, I don't ask for it. I just stay consistent, let the work score it. Can't rush greatness, gotta let it build. Stack slow, stay solid, that's a better deal. Seen a lot of people lose it chasing how I feel. I just play it smart, keep it calm, keep it real. Now it's smooth talk, big plays, quiet wins. No noise, just results when I step in. Whole lifestyle clean, that's the best flex. Good numbers only, I don't do the stress. Good numbers only, I don't do the stress.
Yeah, here's just an instrumental.
I cut through the blocks with my collar up high. Plastic bag on my wrist, and the whole world gone dry. Corner store glass, got a crack like a grin. I keep walking past where the night pulls me in. One more turn, then another one. My feet keep time till the dark is done. Walk me down through the heat and the raw. Walk me down to my shoes on the floor. Late night, my name in the drum. Late night, I keep moving on. a dent in the seat. A dog by the fence and a chain link beat. Windows glow gold from a room I don't know. I pass slow, I pass close, then I let it go. One more turn, then another one. My feet keep time till the dark is done. Walk me down through the heat in the road. Walk me down till my shoes know the floor. Late night, my name in the drum. Late night, I keep moving on. Hands on the rail and the moon in pieces. The street takes a breath and the whole thing eases. I hear my own heart in the heart conga cry. So I keep on walking till the sky says I. Walk me down through the heat and the road. Walk me down till my shoes know the floor. Late night, my name in the drum. Late night, I keep moving on. If I only knew you painted dreams and shades of gold. Told me forever stories you sold. I held on tight, thought your love was mine, but every word was just borrowed time.
How could I ever believe you? Not a damn fool, I ain't confused. It's not hard to choose,
But it's sad,
the blues.
if I only knew the truth behind your smile.
I wouldn't have wasted miles
Chasing love that wasn't true.
Every promise turned into dust. Every kiss just broke my trust. I gave my soul, you walked away. Left me drowning in yesterday. How could I ever believe you? Not a damn fool, I ain't confused. It's not hard to choose,
But it's sad,
the blues.
if I only knew the truth behind your smile. Wouldn't have wasted miles chasing love that.
Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Council. What's everything called that? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Names again. It's all untitled. Okay, what we got? We got Big Duke. No warning. Duke. It's getting weird. Yeah. We're going to get back to Yamanika in a second. Let me see. Duke again. Never give up. Let me see. Oh yeah, this is What's Her Name song. Old school. Got 20 people in the building. What's going on with y'all? Please hit the like button, like, comment, subscribe.
Oh yeah, this is the night I've been waiting on you. Slipping in the dark with a freaky surprise too. No holding back, I'ma give it to you right. All the nasty things we've been thinking all night. It's so hard for you, baby, that's the truth. And when it's me and you, we know just what to do. No hesitation, let's lose control. Your body's my canvas, my hand's gonna paint your soul. This is the night, we gon' set it off. Every little fantasy, we gon' check it off. Heat in the sheets, love dripping like wine. Tonight, you're my pleasure and the moment is mine. Silk on your skin, got me lost in the feel. Every move you make, just making it real. Whispers in your ear, let me hear you moan. Tonight we in a zone, no one else at home. Slow grind, take time, ride it like a wave. In the heat of the moment, we both misbehave. Lights low, bodies glow, passion overflow. A freaky surprise, only you and I know. This is the night, we gon' set it off. Every little fantasy, we gon' check it off. Heat in the sheets, love dripping like wine. Tonight you're my pleasure and the moment is mine. So baby, don't stop, keep giving me more. Every kiss, every touch, got me begging encore. This is the night, girl, just me and you. Doing all the nasty things lovers do. Yeah, right there. Don't stop, don't stop. Tonight's the night. All of you is good OPP, baby. That love so deep. Every promise I made, that's the one I'll keep.
Let's see now. We got some more people on the vertical side. What's going on, LA? I mean, StatBot CEO. Let me see. Neos RKH. What's happening? Good morning. Shiesty Bum. Red Scorpion. For me, it is. Let me see. I'm going to play a little bit more Yamanika roasting Corey.
Eviction court, nigga, together. We both trying to get a one shot there. No, nigga, I need accuracy. No pictures.
Oh, no, it's Lake Michigan. Godfrey's right. He's at Lake Michigan.
Don't you, nigga, do you think, they was going to have him on the Ohio Riverside? What I'm telling you is the nigga was not going to be on no motherfucking lake.
She's diminishing him. And when a roast becomes about reduction, reducing someone's status, reducing their mystique, reducing their authority, that's not casual beef. That's strategic. But the deeper layer here is the accountability points. Yamaneika keeps returning to this idea that Corey is incapable of accepting responsibility, that every situation is someone else's fault, that the backlash, the lost gigs, the viral videos, it's all external forces conspiring against him rather than self-inflicted consequences. And this is where the 5-year-old comic keeps coming back into the frame. Because for Yamaneika, that wasn't just a tasteless joke. It was revealing. She frames it as his brain immediately going somewhere inappropriate.
He's a wild one.
The beef that he had with Godfrey.
And y'all up here standing in the gap for no disrespect to you, because they already tired of me talking. But the way you niggas is in the comments, some of you niggas need your IP address also looked at. Because I never seen niggas stand. This is you niggas in the comments standing in the gap for the niggas.
What are they saying?
Standing in the gap.
A lot of them are crying, laughing.
What are they saying?
This y'all.
What are they saying?
A lot of 51 niggas is in here and don't even know how to count to 50 or 51. I never understood why he called this shit 51, 50.
He's crazy.
Is it, or is that the age the nigga was when he stopped maturing?
The comments are flying in. It's hard to read them.
Yeah, let him fly in. And also,
as like crazy.
Right?
Right?
I think, yeah.
Oh, no, you being a typical fuck nigga is not insanity. That's
Nah, most of us are against his goofy ass.
Now, here's where it gets layered. Corey's brand has always been confrontational, hyper-masculine, anti-PC. He leans into calling men gay. He mocks women aggressively. He positions himself as the truth teller in a world of softness. But what Yamaneika and Akeem Woods are suggesting is that this constant fixation on homosexuality, this constant accusation of other men being gay, this obsession says more about him than about them. They even mentioned that he had a 30-minute call with Akeem to squash beef and apologize for pushing toxic narratives, only to go back on his own platform and reignite the same narratives the following week.
Wait a minute, I heard some noise. Is Corey over here? Or could the nigga not get a Southwest ticket to get here? Right where he at? In Las Vegas?
I think he lives in LA.
He live in LA?
I think so. I don't know. He called me, but I don't know.
He called you?
I was trying to tell the story.
Oh, tell it. He called you? Oh, he got a gay nigga number. Is it that? He calling gay niggas now. He couldn't call me, but he could call a gay nigga. So what he talk about with you? What happened? Start from scratch.
I was trying to.
Okay, well, go.
Go ahead.
The original beef that he had was we were on the podcast, and this was back when Corey was going viral because he called every nigga gay on the podcast except for the nigga who's gay. He called Godfrey gay. He called Dante gay. Everyone was gay except for me.
Yeah, because he don't want to fuck with you because he know for sure he can get you to suck his dick.
No, what the fuck he can't.
Well, he also he be out here giving you throwing your pH balance.
No, I'm gay.
Yeah, but can niggas get their pH balance flown off in their ass?
No, but I'm gay, not blind. I'm not.
I know that's right.
Fucking Corey.
You better raise your damn standards, honey.
So I just asked the question on the podcast. I'm like, why is he so obsessed with who is gay? Like that, straight men don't care if another man is gay unless you're trying to fuck him. That's weird.
That's what I always said. Yeah, that's what.
So I said that, and the clip kind of I guess went viral, whatever. So then he went on the podcast talking shit about Godfrey because he felt that Godfrey was like, you let that man talk bad about me. It's like, first of all, Godfrey don't control what people say on this podcast. No. It's Godfrey's podcast, and he lets the guests say whatever they want. It doesn't mean he agrees. It means
what man was talking bad about him?
You said what did you say that he got mad at?
Yeah, because I said that I'm saying everything he does gives down low energy. If you're obsessed with gay people in a negative way, if you're a womanizer, and if you hate women, those are 3 traits of down low men. And that's a fact. And I'm telling you that because I fuck down low dudes.
Then she pivots again to the comedy itself. And this is where the knife twists. Yamaneika acknowledges that Corey was funny 30 years ago, but she argues that he stopped evolving, that instead of sharpening his craft, he's turning his platform into a gossip station, that the jokes lack depth, that they're recycled, that there's no structure, no layered punchlines, no callbacks, just repetition and shock value.
The fact that people seem to think he's okay to say whatever he wants, and then when somebody challenges him, then all of a sudden you're the problem. I don't want to belabor the point about him. I think it's unfortunate that he's probably been the topic of conversation for 45 minutes. And number one, you two are not even consistently engaged in it because everybody's on the phone.
I'm reading the comments.
No, sure. But we're not even, like, no, sure. But also we don't give a fuck about the nigga like that. And it's also unfortunate in this time that nobody has ever been able to talk about his material. Can anybody pull up any Corey Holcomb stand up, please? Can somebody please do that?
The Shaq All-Star.
No. Well, you want to pull up his greatest hits? Whatever you got to pull up. Pull up. Let's just pull up a.
The Shaq All-Star, Corey Shaq All-Star.
Sure. Pull up the greatest. No. Come on.
About the practice.
Let's do it, Carly. Here's what I want everybody to understand in the comments, right? When people are like, you can't deny his comedy and he can't. Let me say something. Whatever Corey was doing 30 years ago was working well enough for him to procure a fan base that is seemingly still holding him down to this day. It's not a fan base that I want. I'm not interested. And please don't compare what, somebody said something about, you just say the N-word. Please don't compare what he's doing with, go watch my latest special, White Nigga, on YouTube. Him and I are not doing the same thing. Okay. Just please. And what I want you to understand is it's okay for you to be a young comic talking about stinky pussy and the men got to be quiet because the lady in the room and giving abortions. But if your legacy, 30 years of doing comedy, is still you talking about the same thing, the same rehashed, tired joke, it's not funny anymore if it ever was. And to be fair, you have to have a very limited bandwidth mentally to be able able to laugh at that shit. That's why it's funny to some of y'all, because mentally you're not prepared to go places that you need to go in comedy. You need very low rent, reduced, in your face, specific to your nonsense comedy so that you can laugh. You don't need punchlines. You don't need throughs. You don't need anything. You don't need the threes. You don't need callbacks. You don't need depth. All you need is somebody to go, "What's up, ladies?" Okay? And I'll be out here, these bitches, they pussy be stinking. That's all. Good night. Good night. Put it up on the back.
Now, whether you agree with that assessment or not, it's an attack on legacy, because in comedy, your past matters. But if your present doesn't measure up, people start reevaluating the past. And the more she speaks, the clearer it becomes. This is not temporary irritation. Yamaneika doesn't just disagree with Corey Holcomb. She fundamentally rejects him, his ethos, his presentation, his trajectory. This isn't playful ribbing between comics who secretly respect each other. This is dismissal.
Even though she's saying Corey's name, what she's describing is more than just Corey. Some people telling the same jokes they were telling in 93.
And what makes it compelling is that she's not yelling, she's dissecting. She's mocking his fashion while questioning his finances. She's mocking his gigs while questioning his relevance.
Jones and for
she's
more.
mocking his homophobia while questioning his self-awareness. And whether you think she's going too far or not, there's one thing you can't deny. This beef has moved beyond surface level comedy drama. It's now about who gets to define legacy in that generation of Black comics. Because once you attack someone's credibility, their audience, their style, and their moral compass in the same breath, that's not just content. That's
and you see that happening around here too. You have one content creator talking about another content creator and how they're so much better. I don't do that over here. I'm not even trying to attempt to do that. Like I said, this is more so about the royalty and the members. They kind of shape and mold the way the show go. What were we about to play? We got Yamaneika. Oh, one more again with Yamaneika. You will never know love if you don't open your heart, make a new start. Never, never, never. I'll live my simply because you're heaven to me. Lay down and cause you're my world.
What up? We have Yamaneika Saunders. Oh my God. Come on, Yamaneika. Be happy.
I am happy. I'm
Jesus
happy.
Christ. We have Eva Evans. Hey, Eva. Oh, Eva's been out of town a lot.
Yeah.
Got the Fred Flintstone hat on.
Yeah.
It's fire. That's a fire ass hat.
Yeah, it's fire.
But what I'm really proud of, oh my goodness, we have a legend in the building, everybody. And I know this one when I started comedy and she was headlining in Chicago, and all jokes aside, she would come in every year. We were like, hey, Phyllis Whitney's coming, let's go see her. We would all come and see her. Me, Dion, Cole, all of us would come see her. Just masterclass in comedy. You've always been amazing actress, activist. They still run your video of you spitting that knowledge when it was Khalid Muhammad on Donahue.
I need them followers.
We got the Empress herself.
Yes.
Phyllis Yvonne Stickney in the building. Wow, so how are you?
I am grateful.
You look great.
I feel
you look
good.
the same.
Listen. I'm excited. I've been
just
really
in
good.
general, like
Life has been wonderful and crazy at the same time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I've been able to do what I love to do.
Yes.
I've been able to write some stuff.
Yeah.
I went back home, which is I was
Home.
born in Arkansas.
Arkansas.
I went back
Little
to
Rock?
Little Rock. I was born in Little Rock.
Okay.
But I bought property in Pine Bluff.
Okay.
And I did that so I would not do double homicide. I had to get out of New York for a minute. You know, man. If you've been in HDFC, do you know about the boards of directors and these working places in Harlem? I've been in Harlem in the same apartment for since '81.
Damn.
4-bedroom
You was in
apartment.
Harlem.
I was in. I remember Harlem when you could double park for 2 hours and go get your head did. You understand? You could double park. You could double park. I'm just saying before gentrification.
Wow.
Come on.
You gave that up?
That's a movie, a miniseries, and a book.
Okay.
I did not give it up easily. But that's what I'm saying. It's a lot. It's a lot. When you say what I've been doing a lot, I have to 24/60. Yeah, I got to, or else it's a I got to do something with the drama of that.
I wanted to know about
Wait, hold
the
on.
women of Bruce's Place was one of my favorite.
Yeah, but we were
Like, I know, no, I get it, and I was in the way, no, because it was the women.
This is, and see, I don't know Eva, but I know Stinkland. I know Saunders. Saunders is a thing you see some women doing on here. We don't care what you're talking about. I'm talking about, I'm a woman, hear me roar. I believe her shirt says public menace.
an
When they hit
abusive
the wall.
place. No,
Chop
it
That was crazy.
takes-
That was the craziest
well,
moment.
I
in the
don't
movie.
think we talk about enough how that really
But we will.
changed young black girls.
We will.
Right?
We will.
And to see
We will.
those powerful
We will. Didn't I just tell you?
black women.
Hey,
You see that?
no, we'll bring it up. No,
Okay,
I'm
remember
watching.
then, because
Oh,
that
of
meant
course,
a
I'm not
lot
gonna
to me.
forget.
Okay, all right.
If I were to forget,
Okay.
I'm gonna get a phone call.
Okay.
I forgot to talk to you for a second. No, I will. Keep going.
No.
She sold it.
Yeah, it was.
What's going on, Lord ADS? What's going on, Relentless? I think we've been here for a second now. Oh, yeah. We can go ahead and drop this. Because I ain't going to be here for no long time. California King. Relentless. Anyway, why is it not playing out here? I'm caught up. Let's push play again.
So seriously,
Yeah.
I don't want to call no names, but the initials is the former Mayor Adams. No, it was serious to the point where there was a lot of corruption.
A lot of corruption.
I'm keeping it 1,000 people. I ain't got time to play. I'm just saying. I'm not mad at anybody, but for real, there's legislation that's in play right now, so that these things can happen. There was no checks and balances, but in certain organizations. So the HPD and the UHABs, when you watch people take, how do you pay an unskilled super $4 million? First of all, let's just stop, right? But I was a tennis association president. I started a tennis association in 1997 and ran it successfully until 2003. And then they put someone in and paid people to vote against me because I was really doing the thing. I was doing it right. And so that, and the apartment is still empty today.
What?
And they evicted me in 2018 while I was on tour, when I was on the road. But what we found out was they added almost $5,000 to my rent to create an arrears that did not exist. And so I fought, but no one was hearing. Like I said, the powers that be weren't listening. They were like, "Oh, where the booty?" They were talking about the booty. I'm like, I came to talk about this. They all want to talk about my booty. I came to talk about this.
Yeah.
So it became a very convoluted, crazy situation.
Wow.
And I fought. But now, and this is not even funny, everyone's dead. All the women that opposed me are now dead.
Oh, good.
And really, like,
Fuck
Won't
'em.
he do it?
Won't he do it? Do you have an alibi?
Fuck them. Bye. They're serving ice water in hell. Fuck them.
Seriously.
Go gentrify hell, you bitches.
Yeah, I mean, and so there are people that really. I have a goddaughter that went through it with me. I have an attorney that stayed with me, and so no one could really believe. Like, I didn't know what happened. Literally, I was like, my neighbor called, Miss S crying. A guy, Miss Phyllis, I'm so sorry. I was like, no, Casper, it's okay. I mean, I'm good. Stipulations, there's no problem. I'm good, not a problem. No, I said, Casper, take a picture, whatever you're talking about, baby, and send it to me. And he sent me a picture of an eviction notice on my door, and I was like, what are you talking about? This is impossible. So I have experienced firsthand the corruption of the housing system here in New York, and especially Harlem, because they wanted Harlem really, really badly. And so I was doing too well. I had the best rent collection. I had started a tenants association, youth crew, was running the building like a community, like you should run a building. And then there was a woman who is now deceased, or she could be doing the Epstein, I don't know.
Won't he do it?
She could just be disappearing and not really be disappeared. But long story short, she put someone in to oppose me for the presidency. And when about a year later, people wrote petitions like, we want Ms. Stickney back immediately. And when that petition started being circulated, they started plotting really, really against me. And nobody would listen. Governors, I wrote everybody, but they didn't believe me, I don't think. And now, it just happened. What is it? September. I fought for a long time.
Damn.
It just happened in September.
Well,
Yeah. So I got tired. I went. That's why I went and bought property somewhere else. I was like, look, hey, I got to own.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go through all I've gone through, live through all I've lived through.
Yeah.
My dues are paid dues. I'm not gonna be homeless.
Well, yeah. When did you start comedy?
Oh my God, I started comedy probably third grade.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
when you
no,
really
no,
got
I
on
was-
stage and started
When
doing
I really started stage.
in Arkansas?
No.
Okay.
Let me tell you, stage days. Ironically, it was the day that Marvin Gaye was killed. I will never forget that.
April, his
It was
father.
April 1st.
Yeah.
80s.
And the comic who was supposed to do the show was coming from DC, was devastated and didn't come. And the promoter looked at me and said, he was a producer who
You
knew
were
me
in
from
what
theater. I was here in New York. I was here in New York.
you
in
had not
Harlem.
done comedy.
I had not done comedy, but it's my
And he looked at you and
personality.
said, what?
I need you to go on.
And
I
what did
need
you do?
And I went on.
You just went
I
on.
went on. My heart pumps no Kool-Aid, but I was funny all my life. I'm the middle child, so that was my thing. That was my shtick. He was the oldest. She was the baby. I'm gonna be making y'all laugh. You ain't gonna whip me, mama. I'm gonna make you laugh. Why you talking whip me? I'm gonna make you laugh. You ain't gonna whip me. So I was always the funny one. I was always the class
So
clown.
how was that first time?
Oh my God.
Was it scary?
It was scary. It's scary because you don't know whether you're going to connect to that golden vein. You don't know if you're going to connect to that universal moment, that universal topic, or that universal spirit or energy that everybody's gonna get it.
And plus, you don't have any experience.
No, but I had theater experience.
Okay.
I had
Then
theater
that will get you
experience.
through it.
I
Definitely.
had
You
theater
started
experience.
theater in high school or what?
I was a little too chocolate in high school. They didn't give me no love. 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 But I know all y'all in Kansas City now.
Right.
How you feeling now?
Exactly.
Right.
So even though they didn't give you any love,
No, they didn't give me no love. Let's give it. Oh yeah, yes, color.
Arkansas in the South.
First of all, I tell people I was born in Little Rock, Arkansas, but I moved.
Phyllis Stickney. Phyllis Stickney.
Every year and a half until I was a senior in high school because of my father's work. My father was with the YMCA. He was an executive director, but he was a fundraiser and program developer. That was his strong suit.
Okay.
So we would move. He would come to this city, fix their stuff up, and then another city would bid for him to come there. We'd move there. So it was literally an average of every year and a half. So there was that lended itself to my flexibility because I'm comfortable wherever. Because I had to be able to move and be on point. Like, no grades couldn't suffer. Nothing. I had to keep everything on point and be familiar. But it also let me, I would listen to people. I was always a great mime and mimic. I could listen to whatever. But people didn't see and talk so and so and whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how.
That was given Trini.
Yeah, whatever, man. You know what I mean? You know because you know the yourself.
Right.
I walk. So
yeah, I was in Jamaica.
Yeah. I mean, Black River, this, understand?
Black River, yeah.
All right.
So when did you start? I mean, I know they was hating on you, but when did you start your training?
Training is OJT for me, on the job, on the stage. And then Charlie Barnett was my mentor, if you will. Charlie Barnett was true story.
Wow.
So David, I keep telling you, Dave, if you talk about Charlie, you can't do nothing with Charlie about coming here because Charlie was my first family. Let me tell you what I mean by that. I would go to Washington Square Park and study my scripts because I was working at University of the Streets Theater. Ironically, it was on the east side, 7th Street between First and Avenue A.
St. Mark's and everything.
Yeah.
And so that was a theater that I first, I came here hiding on the train, runaway, hiding on the train because my parents did not know I was coming from Wilmington, Delaware to New York that night. So I was hiding in the train.
Oh shit.
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
I had learned how to sit up here. I knew you couldn't sit on the toilet because the conductor just gonna come through and hit that door. Boom. If you in there hiding, you're gonna holler because that door gonna hit you.
Right.
So I learned. So I sat up here on the tank, put my feet on it. So
right.
I was at 34th Street, second Penn Station. I was here, yes. And I went and found my way to the Bowery looking for Ed Bullins because he was doing a workshop. And I had done these, at that time I do shows in what I call skits in the clubs, right? And they were voting, it was a year that they were trying to vote no so that Mayor Rizzo could not run for another term. And so I was hired to do skits in these little clubs and pubs around the city to do fundraisers. And so that's when I learned that I had this knack that I was able to tell stories and characters. That was my first thing. I could tell stories, but I was telling stories about things that had happened to me or things that I experienced that day on the train or up the street. I was able to take those things and tell those stories and find the funny in it, right? Yeah. But that's what I did at home. I found the funny to make my mom laugh, my dad laugh, my brothers and sisters. That was mine.
This is what you didn't have any other academic.
I never
took. To be a doctor or nothing. You wanted to do
I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
That was my first, until I realized that they were officers of the court. And that I could never really represent the person, that I was always working for the court in truth. And so that went away. But I literally left home at 16, 17 as a runaway.
Your parents never looked for you?
They looked for me, but I went to California. The furthest, I mean,
Were you close to your parents?
Very close, but I was always an independent. There's a woman that I spoke to, and she knew me since I was 13. There are not a lot of people, because of our moving, that have gone with me through my life because we moved so much. So one day I saw her son on Facebook, and I called him. I said, I'd like to talk to your mom. And one day I called her. I said, Miss Sample, what do you remember about me? Because she knew me since I was 13. She said, you were always advanced for your years. She said, and I wished your parents had trusted you more. And that meant so much to me because I knew I had something special. I wrote a letter, first letter, which we can appreciate, was to Richard Pryor. Yeah. The first letter, I wrote a letter to Richard Pryor saying, I think I have something, but I'll come to wherever you are. And if you tell me to see what I have, if I have something.
Like, goddamn, shit, I don't know shit. I can't read, goddamn. Shit, somebody's right my ass.
Right? but so this will definitely put a little date on my time, right? I saw him on Dinah Shore show.
Dinah Shore, that was my mother's favorite. Dinah Shore was a really nice lady.
Right.
And she interviewed everybody. She was like Mike Douglas.
Exactly. And I saw him, and he was zooted out of his mind. And I said, he won't take this letter seriously.
And you saw it.
I saw, but it's like things that I've had an opportunity. I met Richard after, you know what I'm saying? So the things that happen is like.
SD. I know who this lady is. She seems like she's accomplished something over this time we've been seeing her in comedy and in life. And it's a positive story. Y'all don't like a positive story about a Black woman being successful? That's what I'm doing. I'm highlighting this. This is a positive thing about a Black woman. What you think about that?
Come on in.
Playing, it's always a treat when players leave. Just
So just rewind the beginning of this show back, and you'll get the actual Yamanika thing. She said it don't cost that much to live in an SRO. His hats come from the flea market and bodegas. And is he paying Darlene? She went on a nice little rant, but it's in the beginning of this show.
Okay. What's the SRO?
Single room occupancy.
Okay.
It's like a studio.
She said Corey got a studio. Okay.
SRO. She went in on him a little bit. Her and the gay guy. And Corey called the gay dude back and had a 30-minute conversation with him about not going after gay people like that again. And then the very next show, he went after gay people like that again. Corey done ran off almost every host.
So he just can't get along with nobody for no length of time, right?
He needs you to be a yes person at all times. You can't have no pushback with him. Because he had Nate Jackson, he had Precise, he had Marcus, he had Zoe Williams, he had Freeze Love, he had Grady. He ran all them people off. He ran all them folks off. With his
Ain't but
rules.
so much light, and I want all the shine. That's what it sounds like to me. Ain't but so much light, and I want all that shine. Okay. So he's a yes man, Corey, you know what I'm saying? And he just can't get along with nobody because the minute they say anything besides yes, it's a problem, right?
Yep. You got to go along to get along. Or Corey ain't having it. He kept saying the way he's cut.
I tell people I've lived an enchanted life because things that I've dreamed about have manifested.
Yeah.
Things that I thought about have come into being.
Yeah.
Like meeting Richard Pryor for the first time. Oh my God, in real life. That was like my hero. I just tell people, I do Richard Pryor, I bet Richard Pryor does Richard Pryor because I knew every nuance.
Yeah.
I crafted him in the best way that I could. I loved, but I also could hear the tear inside the laughter.
Yeah.
And that's what was something that connected me to Richard and a lot of comedians. So that same letter, I recycled that same letter because I was doing little, clubs, and somebody asked, there was a group that had come to the little town that we were in. They were from Minnesota. They were Prince-esque. And I was their assistant. I would tell them where to go get this and where to get their printing or whatever. And one of them said, "You should meet my uncle, Gordon Parks."
Get the fuck out of here.
That's what I said. You got the right one, baby.
Gordon Parks.
Gordon Parks. Bam.
I saw his documentary, Weapon of Choice, which
You
is
put a picture of him
insane. Gordon Parks produced Shaft, and he's Weapon of Choice, where he takes that famous picture of all those people in Harlem, and the hip hop people reinvent Gordon Parks.
I met Gordon Parks. I took that same letter, changed the opening paragraph, and sent it to Gordon Parks based on what his nephew had said to me. Fast forward to Gordon Parks. The day I was supposed to meet Gordon Parks, his son was killed.
Oh,
hold up. Look, was it when you do it? A year later, I'm going through my phone book. Now I've lived in New York.
Yeah.
I've connected with the theater, living in the theater, but I'm living in New York now, and I'm going through my phone book. That's when we really wrote phone books. And I'm saying, I wonder. I should throw this. The Holy Spirit says, call it. I call the number, and I say, yes, I'm calling for. I'm nervous. Calling for Gordon. I was supposed to meet with him, but he said, what's your name? No, I said I wrote him a letter. I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. My name is, and he said my name, Phyllis Stickney. It was Gordon Parks.
Thank you for the money. Cheese, Betty, the dough. Buddha, scratch, Skrilla, paper.
My goodness. Shout out to Brother Noopsy. Get him on the screen. For the $2 ball. Appreciate it. What's going on, Ronnie? Who else we got? Let me see.
Damn.
And he
Gordon Parks.
and exactly. So I'm blown away. And he said, and I said, well, I didn't get a chance. So he gave me an
You
audience.
can show him a picture of Gordon Parks today. Look it up. It's really easy.
He gave me an
Gordon
audience.
Parks. There he
Yeah.
is. Oh man, that's Gordon Parks.
first
man.
black cameraman.
But show him when he was older, because everybody really
Right,
don't know
so
when he
he
was
was
older.
older. Yeah,
He had
they
the
know when he was
silver,
older.
the white
Exactly,
hair.
exactly.
People really know.
United,
There should be images.
United Nations Plaza is where he lived. That's where I met him. I will never forget that address. 860 United Nations Plaza. So the day so a year later, I have the meeting. A year later, because I called and he gives me the meeting. I learned even older.
Even older than that.
Older than that. I'm sorry.
There should be a bunch of images though.
That's the first picture that comes up.
There should be a bunch of images. It's like you just go Gordon Parks, look up images.
Yeah.
There should be. I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's if people don't. Yeah. But
They don't
he's
get
really
it.
known
Right.
for
Yeah, the
for
white.
that white.
That's the one. That's
Gordon
the one
Parks,
we know.
baby.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, but first cameraman, black cameraman, did work for Time. I mean,
So you
he's
guys gonna keep smoking
iconic.
coffin all day?
Iconic.
I mean,
I'm just enjoying the story.
Yeah,
I know it's
we're
great. I'm just
yeah,
like,
we're
everyone's
engaged.
coughing.
No, I know.
Out of order.
Okay, go ahead.
So then Gordon Parks and I come and we had the conversation and talked about thought transference and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
One regret I have, watch this, talk about colorism, talk about what it does to the psyche of us.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I regret, we were sitting talking and he said, may I photograph you? And I said, no, I'm not wearing makeup.
Really? Should have let him.
I wasn't who I am now.
I get you.
Right.
I wasn't who I am now. Like I said, I got one regret. I said,
But you gotta forgive yourself because you didn't.
Oh no,
you
I
didn't
know,
know, you
but
didn't
I
know
didn't
better.
know. But that's why I can own it.
Yeah.
I can own it because
hindsight is 2020.
I can own it.
But what is the colorism?
Colorism is if you brown stick around, if you white you
No, I
are white,
understand,
if
but
you
what
yellow
is the
you mellow.
colorism in yourself? I just think
No, wait, but you asked the question. Let me
Oh.
answer it. You can't be told that you're ugly all your life and think you're beautiful. You cannot be told that you're ugly. I put in my comedy. I thought my name was Old Black Phyllis Stickney. I never had a boyfriend in high school. I didn't have anyone to say. The first time a man told me I was attractive, I was 24 years old, coming through 34th Street Station, Pennsylvania. So I keep it 1,000. We can't act like, I don't act like this isn't real. I don't think that about myself. I don't take that on as reality or truth, but I have experienced it and I see it today. That's why we have, and I love Alicia Keys, but we didn't give NDRE a chance. We gave Alicia the shot. Okay, so we can't.
I was
completely
what
understand.
I
I
was
have a
saying.
voice- well, I have
What
a
I
voice
was asking is not that I don't think colorism exists, but I think that there's also a world where I also don't want somebody to film or photograph me without makeup. I think that's a part of vanity. as
No,
well.
but no, exactly. And at that time, I didn't need makeup. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand
At
that.
that
I know
time,
very well
but
who you
he
are.
saw
The
beauty
colorism is the
that I
reason why
didn't see.
she didn't feel
Exactly, without makeup.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You were internalizing.
Right.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
messed with yourself.
Yeah,
okay,
right,
That's
okay.
worthy.
Heavy.
It wasn't worthy. It was beauty. I always
Well,
think
that-
about no. And let me
The
say
fact
why I
that
say
he asked for her to
The
be
fact that it's
photographed.
Gordon Parks
Yeah.
saying, "Can I take
Can
a
I
photo?"
take a
You
picture?
go, no. That's how deep.
that's what I'm saying.
That's
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
clearly he's seeing something in her.
But I didn't. But if you
don't believe it,
exactly.
No, I understand that part. Yeah,
So
yeah,
for me,
yeah.
that's what I said. I keep it 1,000 because my healing, my journey, my comedy was how I healed. That's how I
Yeah.
exercise my demons. I
Yeah,
tell people,
of course.
I would tell them at the end of the show, thank you for allowing me to exercise my demons in your presence. And they be laughing, but they didn't know how real I was being.
You was being
Everything
dead
I
ass.
come, I was being dead ass.
Yes.
Dead ass. And that's what I do today. I'm dead ass. It don't.
But because I'm telling you, I've experienced you headlining at this. I had 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Phyllis coming.
I was one of the first out there.
George Wilburn,
Yes,
you,
yes.
Rex Garvin.
Yes.
It was Curry. It was
yes.
Steve Harvey.
Yes.
It was we watched. I saw all y'all and we'd be in the back like
Right. I was one of the first
we came every
females out
weekend.
there.
'Cause
Theater
it was
out. Yeah.
all black comedy club open
Open
7 days
a week. Yes.
It wasn't. It was Raymond Lambert, Mary
Yes.
Lindsay, and James Alexander.
Yes.
And it was number one for 7 years. It was not a black night. It was every night was black.
Every night.
We had an open mic. David Williams. That's how I brought Corey Holcomb into comedy. And that's where we would see. It was like amazing. I could not wait for the weekend.
Okay, it was nothing like that. It was nothing like that. So. But then I go back to remember. I tell people when they talk stuff. I've gone to the Comedy Store, for example, in LA, and I'm watching the young dudes, the young babies, and I'm looking there and I'm listening to them talk stuff, and then all of a sudden, oh, that ain't how it went down. I said, no, that ain't it.
That you heckling the youth.
Oh yeah,
because they lying.
Because they lying. First of all,
Lying like a rug.
lying like a rug. No, because here's what's real for me. Y'all, you ain't paid no dues, right? You don't know what you know. You don't even know what you don't know. And so I remember the game.
That's not they fault that they young and dumb.
No, but listen, boo.
Hold on.
You got to understand when you had to have talent. You didn't. What about followers or friends?
That right there. That's the part I like too. Because
That's
TikTok
what-
and Instagram.
Now you just got her going on.
Right. No.
That's
That's what I
what I'm
agree.
saying.
You're like, no, you're right.
No.
But I do agree, like just because they're young, just because they're young doesn't mean they get to be. Yeah.
You got to share the mic, though, older lady. You got to share the mic, though.
and it's no excuse
Yeah.
because you're supposed to know on whose shoulders you stand.
If they young
You
and
got
get
to
on
know.
the bud,
No. You got to know
I
on whose
respect
shoulders
that.
you stand.
Right.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm still here, still standing. Because
Yeah.
somebody got to tell y'all, and whoever it hit,
Real talk.
whoever it hit,
Real
you got to know. You got to know on whose shoulders you stand. You're not just standing on that mic because you that badass motherfucker. You standing at that mic because somebody sat up all night, got disrespected, had to wait and wait and wait, got bumped. Okay,
Yeah.
didn't even know what bump was. Had to sit in a hot seat.
Yeah.
Had to get in a hot seat to get some mic time. Because if somebody walked in that room that was bigger than you, and usually was WHITE,
Yeah.
Caucasoid,
Caucasoid is crazy.
okay, you wasn't gonna get no time. You won't listen. I was one of the few that went to. That's why I had to be in the room where you call it heckling. I was like, that ain't what it is. No, baby, that hand went down. Because if you gonna tell it, you didn't live it. You can't Google experience.
Oh, give me some. Let her
No,
go.
you can't.
Heat it up
No,
tonight.
but
You
I'm saying is
cannot
that their
Google
lack,
experience.
their lack of experience isn't their fault though.
It is.
It's the
It
arrogance.
is.
Yes,
It is.
it's
It is.
They're arrogant, sure.
Right. Well, let me just
say
right,
But
here's the
Instagram
other.
comedians.
Right.
No,
baby.
baby. No, I think it
When
came.
somebody who's
It
younger
came
get out the
from-
mud.
But also, but here's another side of the perspective, and I agree with everything that you said. If no one has any respect for the people that came before them, that is a problem.
Yes.
However, I just wanted to be clear that if we're talking about some kid on stage who's doing material and you're not with it or it's not experienced, do we have the right to just say, baby, that ain't what it is in the middle of them doing their acts?
That's how I'm saying heckling.
No. I wasn't heckling, but you can't stand up and talk fact that you don't know. So you're trying to speak out here in fact, and you're miseducating everybody in the room. And when wisdom is in the room, wisdom will speak. And I'm wisdom that was in the room. And I knew, and what happened was the host of the night knew who I was, knew my resume, if you will, and was like, hold up, y'all, let me, and came over to me and said, Miss Tigger, will you get on this, will you talk to us? Right. And they gave me the mic and let me give education in the room.
Yeah. That's control freak shit to me.
Facts. Somebody trying to shine in there. You know what I'm saying? Look at wisdom, right? And I get that she might have some wise sayings, whatever, whatnot. But be careful of that with the young folk. They kind of crazy.
Yeah, she in this room not letting other people talk.
Facts.
Yamanika been around for a good amount of time, not as long as her, but Yamanika ain't young in the tooth. You gotta let everybody in there talk, and that's what be happening. Them be the gatekeepers. No, girl, can't nobody else sing like us. We the last of a dying breed. They get to blowing smoke up their own ass. No, people either mess with you or they don't.
Facts. But every once in a while, it's nice to see a mama, do mama stuff, right? That's what mamas do a lot of cases. They go in there and they brighten up the room, for the youth, right? You know what I'm saying?
She gotta let other people talk though.
True.
I seen Felicia Rashad in the Breakfast Club, and Felicia Rashad had patience with Angela Yee while Angela Yee asked her goofy stuff.
But Felicia Rashad is next level though. I mean, it's different for her. She's one of the premier actresses. Still is a premier actress, right? So she got the brain power, tolerance, and understanding to do that. But most people don't have that type of patience. They don't.
I don't think it's celebrated in these times.
Nah, it's not. Angela Yee, man, I kind of wish they would have kept on the Breakfast Club. I used to watch the Breakfast Club, but Angela Yee was on there. The new folks, though, I ain't crazy about them.
You talking about Envy and Charlemagne?
Envy, Charlemagne, the mainstays. It's just me and you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, just hilarious.
Yeah. I'm not.
But she was on Nick Cannon's thing, Wilding Out.
Yeah. I mean, she got a career underneath this, right? She was a comedian, supposedly a good comedian.
I don't know about that. I don't know of any stand-ups I can name.
Me either. Was a comedian, right? That's what she's supposed to have been doing.
Yeah, but they calling people that do skits and all of that comedians. To me, DC Young Fly is not a comedian. He just energy and the South like him, I guess. But a famous DC Young Fly joke, no. Out of them, I like Carlos as a comedian. I don't even know what Chico Bean does.
And tell
Did they
everybody.
sit the kid down that was on stage when at the time?
No, I wasn't hosting. He did
okay.
the host. I didn't disrupt. I'm not disruptive. it went on, but he came to me and said, will you take the mic and just have a
Right.
class with us tonight, Miss
Right.
Whitney? And I did, and I respected him for that. It was just like things he was saying. No, that ain't the way it went. I was there. No, that ain't quite.
Talking about a certain incident.
Yeah, talking about stuff that you wasn't there. You repeating gossip or rumor. I was in the room. I know how it went down. I was in the belly room. I went from the belly room, never made the main room. I'm telling you, the belly room, y'all know this room y'all was in right now? Black folks wasn't even in this room. Wasn't no Fat Tuesday.
Speaking of which, I'm doing my show in the Belly Room on May the 6th for Netflix. Is a joke.
Belly room in LA?
Yes.
Oh, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was Falstaff. Faux Dante. He
Exciting.
was a huge, bald Caucasian guy. And he was the manager of the belly room. So, but I'm just saying, you got to understand that only people that got to the stage was Jimmy Walker, Richard Pryor, Flip Wilson.
These were major.
Those were the only people that
They
got.
all had their own shows.
They were the only black folks that could get on those mics.
But even with that, look at the span of years between each one of those shows.
Yeah.
From Flip Wilson to Jimmy Walker. Like that.
Good times.
That's a lot of not having a show.
A lot of not having a show for us.
Really right.
So I'm just saying, when I see the babies, and I call them babies, you just got, if you see somebody come in the room, they so full of themselves, they can't see nobody
Man.
else. I'm saying, be curious about who that is. Be curious. So, and for us too, suspend judgment, replace it with curiosity. I'm curious about who you are. I'm curious about what you've done. But to see me or so real school, that's not old and new to me, it's real school in the room, and you're not, you can't give them the props. I'm mixed nuts. Ends would never give me the mic.
I fucking hate that guy.
Listen, Ends would never give me the mic.
Ends was so nasty to me.
So nasty. And I would be in the room now, because mind you, this is when even some of our folks now, are you a comic or are you an actor? I said, I'm both. But this is before we was doing both.
Who's Ends?
Ends was he owned
Mixed Nuts.
No, not Mixed Nuts. That was the African dude.
Oh, Union, Comedy Union.
Union was on Pico.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't know the guy like that, but he treated me like shit one day because I was supposed to meet Kevin Hart over at at Union. I never go to Union. I'm always Laugh Factory.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's me.
Right.
So I said, all right, I'm
the
coming
legit
over.
rooms.
Yeah, he was having something. Kevin was going to go. I said, yeah, I'll come over. It was a long time ago. And so I walk in. And I don't know who Ends is. I just walk in. I'm thinking Ends is a comedian. He's from Chicago. From my home, I'm like thinking he's a comedian. So it was him and this other dude that used to be on Comedy View with a hat. And I just said, hey, I just walked in because I never go there. I was like this, hey, are you guys comedians? And he looks at me and go, what? I'm the owner. I said, okay, relax, dude. I said, well, I'm out of here then. I was like, you're an owner. Why the fuck you talking? I just turned my back. I just
Okay, well, I'm out here then.
I said,
I'm
I guess, well, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I don't even go to this bum ass. I don't
Right, because you got to go outside. Remember, you got to go outside and get wet.
Yeah, but you gotta watch it with them Pico niggas. Them
Well,
niggas
my
on
thing is
Pico
this,
and La Brea and all of that.
I don't go to this bum ass fucking club though.
But no, I understand that.
I'm only here because I came to see Kev.
Right.
I don't do this bum ass club.
Right, but he thought,
do
I
the
mean,
eight joints.
literally, I would be in there and I would say, can I get some time?
He was nasty
I'll
as
see.
fuck to me, man.
David Arnold, God rest his soul. All of them would come. So I went down with
Yeah.
I said, y'all better tell this motherfucker who I am.
I know that's right.
David
What do you think
Arnold.
about the what do you think? No, you know the right answer.
What? Go ahead. What is it? Go ahead. Why you piping? Go ahead.
Not piping. Not piping.
You ain't getting high as fuck. I think that shit in the last.
Have you
I
watched?
just think it was here.
Yo, have you watched Mole?
I see him over there. I went outside. But
Yeah, I'm so- they're like
I was on the way here. I came in high and I'm staying high.
Yeah, certainly. You know, certainly. Remember Shep? He's like, oh, that.
Too bit old school. Let me see. Creative said, "Rise and shine, people." We were listening to Felix Stigney reminisce, and now we all over the place. Now the other thing that just happened, I guess Yada awakened and got arrested or something, and then
goes all that babyface crap right out the window.
and then I think Stacey Prince. Let me see. Let me go check Stacey page right quick. Was talking about somebody. Maybe Yada. Copy. Give me a second. Let's get this.
Yeah, that's a popular thing yesterday. I saw when it came up. It was wild. I was like, y'all putting hands and feet on folk. What?
Oh yeah, but he supposedly did that before then.
Really? I
So
never knew that.
that's a reoccurring thing. Yes, they did. They was talking about it when he was riding around and talking about get somebody 50,000.
So he was telling that we had to pay 50,000 while simultaneously putting his hands and feet on his old lady. That's wild to me.
Oh, that's social media. Some folks ain't got no problem with it being just like that. Okay, the Stacy Prince. That's his name, right? It's interesting though. So the real Stacy Prince live. Can American women still be loved? Let's go. Fire interview. This is mainly women stuff. Where's the benefit in hating men?
Well, obviously there ain't much to it, right? I mean, like I saw a couple days ago something very crazy, right, Nidus? You know those kind of like those room houses that they have?
Where they rent out rooms?
Yeah. Places like, I mean, it's been going on, like in California and more the heavily condensed states.
That was back during poverty times. They had those boarding houses. They had one damn tub in there that they had to pour out the water and go get boiled pots of water. Maybe 5-6 people use that one tub of water. They still kind of do something like that now. You'll have like 4 rooms and like a room where they got standing showers or something. Look almost like a jail, a little bit. But they cheap.
Well, they are dirt cheap. And what they're saying is people are starting to take more and more advantage of those becoming really popular again, right?
Yeah, but you just got people all on top of each other in that situation.
Facts.
So my thing is, I don't mind, something that's. I don't like these indoor ones no more because I keep seeing these indoor ones that they can't keep the doors closed to. So they got ring cameras outside their door into a hallway where it look like it's people in the hallway all night. That ain't cool.
That's scary as hell.
That ain't cool at all. So yeah, I need to have my own apartment with a living room, a bedroom, a decent sized closet, a bathroom, and a kitchenette. And hopefully a washer and dryer hookup.
I would look more into the renting thing, like they were saying, right? I think it's a smart move from the way they spelled it out. You got a co-op, right? But they even got people out here like going, because the houses are now starting to drop back down in Atlanta, back down to reasonable prices, right? They're getting there again. But I remember a couple years ago, they had people, 3 or 4 different people just buying a house together, right? Everybody put $100K on loan. Yeah,
it's smart.
Everybody put $100K.
Then if you're really smart, you build on it. You can make it comfortable with what it is right now.
Facts. Or you can even rent out your room. Yeah, you can rent out
your room. The other thing is people think you need to own a house. No, you don't. The bank can own it. You just got to have authority to do certain things with it. So let's say you want to turn into one of these places where you got 3 bedrooms and you add on a bathroom, so it'll be 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And then they have the common areas, the kitchen. You could do it too. So where you would probably be getting $2,000 or something, you get $3,000 or something if you rent out a room, $1,100 a month. Because most everything out here is like 14 and up. For not no great looking places. I remember back when we was younger, there were some housing authority apartments in the 20s. We lived in a downstairs place. They now renting that same place how we was living in that we were saying was substandard as a condo.
Facts.
They're not called apartments no more. Now they call condos.
Well,
and they didn't do nothing to them but just clean them up, change the windows, probably added cameras. I don't even think they added a fence. So yeah, it's just, you know, what it is in the eye of the beholder. And property values go up and down. It's either a seller's market or a buyer's market. In the middle of the cough, a lot of houses were sold $100,000-$200,000 over value. So when it becomes a buyer's market, now you stuck with that house.
Exactly. That was my biggest fear of buying a house over the last 5 or 6 years. I knew that the prices had been heavily inflated.
People I talked to said they had a first home for between 5 and 10 years, and then they move into their second home, and they have whatever amount of equity they've saved over time, but they're not trying to own a house. They're not trying to spend whatever the house actually is. So if it's $700,000, they're not coming in there with $700,000. They're coming in there with $135,000.
Mm-hmm.
As a probably 30% down payment.
Yeah, something like that.
We're going to get into this. Jump forward to where we see the man.
Set to for what's it? Notifications. You got to hit the bell, and you'll know when we go live, right? The benefit of treating men bad. I really want to touch on this today because, you know, we live in a follow the leader culture, and it's typically garners its energy off of TikTok and things like that. A lot of people are just following their friends on TikTok. They don't really have a mind of their own. So they're following nonsense on TikTok, but they're actually executing a lot of the... Listen, I'm going to tell you guys this. What we've come to understand is a lot of these people, they don't understand. They don't have their own concepts. Some of this stuff that you guys see online that's in your head, it's absolutely nuts. Do you understand that there is somebody who saw that same information that you saw and said, that makes sense. Let me start doing that. There's people actually taking this bad information in. There's literally people who are following. And listen, the reason that we know for a fact, women who want to be in long-term relationships are following the pages of and listening to dating coaches who are single, have multiple children by multiple men, and women who want long-term relationships are following these women's advice. Let me get TikTok going. We're going to start having this conversation. Let's go, TikTok. You know what it is. Don't play with me. Let's get to it. Shout out to my moderator, my day one ZF, definitely in the building. Listen, people, the conversation that we're having tonight, most of the times when we do things, right, when we typically do things, before we do those things, we ask ourselves what our benefit is from those things, or at least we're supposed to. Let me correct that. At least we're supposed to. There's supposed to be some way that you benefit from the things that you do in society. There is supposed to be some way that you benefit from the things that you do in society. Now, my question is this. How are women benefiting from hating men? Have you guys really ever thought about that? Shout out to my brother Ether over here, dropping a $50 cash app on us. Have you guys really ever thought about how you benefit from hating men? I'd like to know what you get out of it. Because I'm quite sure once we talk about it, you'll find out that you're not benefiting from hating men. Where you guys got this from is following trends. And it's so very unfortunate that we see this mass level of cult following. Like, you're following women who are multiple time baby mamas and are single, looking for dating advice. We are astounded that you guys are following what you're following. You guys who want long-term relationships, are listening to the dating advice of single mothers on social media who are single. What benefit? Topic of today's show, people. What benefit do you get from hating men? How are you guys profiting from hating men? And if you're not profiting from hating men, then you're doing something that's non-profitable. The hell is the purpose of doing something that's non-profitable? What do the girls say? What the hell, Yante? Right? And not only that, you guys have latched on to it like it's something.
That's not what the girls say. That's Rob 59. You think people are that thoughtless?
Yep. I think people are followers and contingent in their environments, right? What they're listening to, what they're eating, what they're, doing. That goes across the board for all people. You know what I'm saying? People are basically, how do you say?
Sheep.
They're cheap as hell. You know what I'm saying? So, and the ecosystems, right? Living within their ecosystem. So what they're doing is absorbing this information, spewing it out like crap. And then from there, you know what I'm saying, trying to somehow or another, you got women underneath that particular blanket who don't see the joke, right? And what they're doing is trying to basically push that narrative out there, thinking that they get some type of advantage or opportunity from it, or something that they want comes from it, right? A desire that they have. Maybe it's another group of men. Maybe they just want another group of men, right? So they just push us to the side, get rid of that. And what they find themselves is alone. You know, we talk about the loneliness epidemic. It has hit no community harder, in my view, than the Black community. Because niggas and broads be fighting, and this has been a war that nobody's winning. Every other group is giving in. There's actually been an increase in basically white birth rates. The Latin people the Hispanic people never had an issue having babies. They're gonna have babies anyway. That's how they outnumber you. And then the Asian numbers are picking up. Even the Indian in this number. We're the only group of people who actually seem to be right now losing, numbers, right? That's because we can't stop fighting each other. The music, the programming, the ecosystems, the environments have baked in a lot of people's brains a lot of things. And now we just kind of stuck here for a minute. Stuck in time.
So you agree with the dude in the grape juice colored shirt?
Yeah. Stacey makes sense.
Of meaningful value. Let's go.
Stop wasting your time on men that aren't providing you with gifts or fun experiences. I don't understand where this whole thing came from, where don't ask him for money, don't ask him for things, just let him do. Like, duh, of course you want a man that's gonna do. But sometimes some of these men don't know, okay? You gotta teach them. So I'm all for, can I have? There's nothing wrong with that, because you are the prize. The most valuable possession in that situation with you and him is you, your body, your time, okay? We all know how a man can deplete us if it's the wrong man, okay? And we know how much we can uplift and pour into the right one. There's nothing wrong with requesting to get your nails done, requesting a spa day, requesting to get your hair done. Because I'm sure on your list of a man, it's a protector, it's a provider, okay, and a problem solver. And I'm stressed out. I need a spa day, okay? So look it, please.
All these titles for the men, what titles do we give to the women, right? That's one thing. We never found the equivalent.
You guys are not benefiting by always asking men for things. You're not benefiting. What you guys don't understand is, what you guys don't understand is what we're about to see. We're about to see a clash. Let me see something real quick. We are about to see.
What are you saying?
We never ask the equivalent of what we want from women. It's always about what they want from men, right? Provider.
Yeah, because it's dudes that's gonna protect that kind of stuff. Yeah, I said that the other day. Women can have expectations. You cannot.
Yeah, you can't have a standard that you want, like when it comes to women, especially from an expectation perspective, right? You just gotta take them as they is. If they decide to love you, they love you. If they don't, then you just wasted your resources. If they don't give you none, then you just dry. You know what I'm saying? If you don't step out on all that good jazz. But you know what I'm saying? The thing about it is with me, in my head, you know what I'm saying? All that special treatment, special privileges, and all that good jazz are earned, man. I'm not about to just throw money at you. I work for a living, right? And plus throwing money at somebody don't never work. I mean, it never works. It works for a little while. It keep their attention.
That's what the Beatles said.
Yeah. Can't do that. So
what's going on, Bronzeberg, gas mask, and TB trucking?
But what do we want from women though, as an expectation? Do we even know as men?
It ain't that complicated.
Okay. Men are a lot easier than women are. We both know that, right? Men are a lot
For the
more-
most part, unless the dude feels
Yeah.
like a diva.
Facts. So, what would be reasonable expectations of women, right? Let's say she's a working woman. She works just like you. Me personally, I give her a whole lot more grace after, she's pregnant, or, with my child. She's pregnant with somebody else's kid, that's on them. If she's pregnant with my child, we married, pregnant, whatever, whatnot. I give a lot more grace in that circumstance because somebody got to raise the kids, right? So then you might have to get, or, take care of all the living expenses, every bit of them, at least for a while. My homeboy, him and his wife went through that, right? When they had their first kid, she was, he just basically sat at the crib for 3 years, right? To raise the baby. Him and her, they had that, that worked out well for them, right? Because, she had a chance to go back to school, get an associate's degree or something like that, something else that she was trying to do. And on top of that, the baby got the nurturing that she needed at the time to kind of get her up to preschool, right? But what expectations, like, do we want women to, what do we want women to do?
All you just said right there is pretty good.
Okay.
If we both on the same page and we building with each other, what you just said was good. If you're not on the same page, you're not building together. Like that baby stuff is like a non-conversation. Man, I'm 56. I don't have no kid.
Right. I mean, that's you. But you still got brothers out here having babies at 60-something years old. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, they nutty as I don't know what, even if they got the money. But to each his own. Wait a minute. Background. 1 second, y'all.
Come on in.
Playing, it's always a treat when players meet.
What's going on, Saint Swarthy?
Hey, Shalom.
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 Shalimar. Let's get some background vocals. Beat. Still German monks. Let me see. So we won't fall asleep. Let's get back to Stacy.
A massive clash of wrong way versus right way outcomes. See, because a lot of people who took on to, you can call it what you want to, a lot of people who took on this feminist movement mindset and things like that, well, they're past the whether or not I should join that thing. There's past there. Oh, somebody said, okay, let me try to see if I can fix that right now. And I probably can't. Listen, my people over here rocking with me. Let me know I had a misspelling in the caption. But listen, what I'm telling you guys is the repercussions of everything that we do, they do come back to us. They do come back to us. And the repercussion of most people joining the feminism movement, hate men camp and things like that, that wasn't the repercussion. That was just a choice, right? That was a decision made to execute. The repercussion, you that's why this is the hottest show online, people. I keep telling you guys over and over and over. Hottest show online, people. The reason I keep telling you guys this, with everything we do, that there's a repercussion. We all know that. Look, she said, hating men keeps the mind strong. Well, come on up and give us some information that we're not already previously privy to. Hating men keeps the, and listen, I'm just going to be honest with you. Nia Ponte, this is no shout to you, but we typically know that you get your booty hole played with often by various different men. That's my opinion. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm telling you, I believe that your booty has seen a lot of activity. various different races. And I'm talking about you're the type, you got to be careful when you just move. Your heart might fly out. Just being honest with you. Anybody who thinks hating men keeps the mind strong, well, we know what you're doing out there. You're getting butt blasted by men like myself. Right? And then when we're done, we discard you. So I pretty much know what's going on in your life. AZF, you know I was up here misbehaving right now. I'm going to shut the live down right now because they just flagged me, but I'm going to bring it right back up immediately. Live canceled. Live ended. I am a misbehavior. I am not a non-believer. I am a misbehavior. FX. Let's go. Come on. And there we go. You have to ask yourself, the benefit is gaining emotional detachment. Now, why don't you come on up here, Miss Nina? Because me and you might need to connect later on. I believe you somebody I could use in my stable. I believe you'll do just about anything.
Is he talking crazy or is it me?
He talking wild shit.
Man.
Well, she did say hating man keeps the mind strong. She must have a really strong mind.
Hey, now I was on a job with this lady and in front of customers, manager, even other coworkers. She said with her whole chest, I support women even when they're wrong and I hate men. And depending on where you are, there are some benefits to being misandrous temporarily for now.
I think so as well. It got to be some benefits. I think it's when they do the we sisters and we looking out for each other.
Keep
And
the
if,
mind
hating,
strong.
and if it's hating on the dude that'll make you feel better instead of eating a bunch of ice cream, let's go on ahead and hate. But he talking about putting people out on Whores Row with a zipper vest.
All of the perks that she's gotten most of her life starts declining. The facial skin starts to sag a little bit more. You start to see wrinkles in place. Lord God up in heaven above, she's had any kids, right? But outside of that, due to all of the dating that you've been doing out there, all of these things, you have taken on damage. What I'm saying to you guys is, could you guys imagine taking a $30 champagne glass? Don't pick it up and drop it far, but I mean just drop it to where there's still some big chunks associated with the glass, but there's some pieces missing out of it. It's knocked out. It's broke. Try going and taking that and selling it. Try going from store to store. You could tape it up. You could glue it up, whatever you want to do. Fine. See what the estimated value of that thing would be. When damage occurs, there's a value loss. You don't associate having kids as damage, as a value loss. You don't associate being smart mouth due to, being out there on the dating highway as long as you have been. It feels like he hates women. All he does is talk down on women.
Well, he was right about
women. Intimately.
Right. He did bring up something else too that stuck out to me, right? Like on TikTok especially. I visit TikTok, but kind of as how you say on my ID, I don't make a lot
novice.
Of like that. Yeah, exactly. Novice. Basically, I make a lot of comments. None of that stuff. I just kind of watch some of the, the shorts and a few of the vids, right? And he's absolutely right. A lot. I mean, I saw one chick who had 1 million subscribers. She got 3 babies unwed, talking about marriage. And these women is loving it. How saying you could take a man's resources in marriage, but you don't need to do that no more. All that good jazz. It's just, to me, I was like, shit, man. And this is what I got to choose from. You know, right? She already talking about taking my resources before she even know my name. She talking about my money.
They exist.
Ladies, is there anything else in the world you want from me besides my money? And my benefits, of course. Yeah.
Maybe not.
That's a scary thing. Because that's just going up the creek with no paddles. You gotta use your hands to stir.
Well, you just gotta value yourself. Like they can see all the value in them. They're valuable. You have to see the value in yourself also.
But the thing about it is, Nightish, I do see my value, right? I see, and I try to regulate it realistically versus, what I'm saying, what other people might think or my ideology of me in my head. I try to be more realistic about me, right? And who I am and where I'm at. But if you're telling me that I'm worth nothing but a check,
They call it you being utility.
oh,
Then they give you the manifesto that every man said. You're supposed to be a protector and a provider, right? That's what a man is, right?
walking, talking ATM machine. That's all. That's all. Some of these women, that's crazy. That's
Dudes
insane.
have allowed it.
Well, I will say this, Nightish brother. If we really look at what standard is the protector, provider, man in, I mean, that's an ancient standard. I would argue that's even more ancient than being a traditional man. So, you know, America has kind of socially groomed men to accept the fact that you do have to hold fast to some ancient morality, whether it's said out loud or not. But oftentimes, a lot of women don't have to hold themselves to those ancient moralities. So back then, when you were a protector and provider, it was for a woman whose virginity you had. Like, people are so uncomfortable. I've been kicked off panels trying to talk about this because people get so triggered by it. If a man has to be held to an ancient standard, then women should be held to an ancient standard. And if we're not going to hold women to an ancient standard, then you can't hold a man to an ancient standard. And I don't care how offended people get in me saying this, but no, I'm not doing none of that. You can go learn karate and buy an AR-15 because we're in the modern day now. So, you know, you echo this sentiment of not needing a man. You know, that's so disrespectful to your father. He should have wore rubber if you feel like that. And that hurts a lot of people's feelings, but it's the truth because my sons have to grow up in this world. Your sons have to grow up in this world. And this idea that Miss Andrew is just going to be accepted by all of us is crazy. I'm not accepting that shit. When my son is with his 2 or 3 wives in public and you point to him and call him a cheater or you try to slander him, we're going to hand you them papers and meet your ass in court for defamation of character and slander. Like, I'm not playing that shit, Nightish. And my sons ain't going through that shit. Man, fuck who don't like that.
Apart all the way down to the little shimmerings of meat on the bone. I didn't have to study her or anything, but she practices man hate, but claims to be a woman's accountability expert. This woman doesn't know anything. You guys saw it up here. She reads you can look at all of her content, you can tell she's reading. And listen, even this right here, watch this. Here's how she starts some of her clips.
He ignored me for weeks. No calls, no texts, just disappeared. I was hurt.
I'm convinced that people aren't emailing this girl saying this stuff. This girl is writing up her own dialogue and responding to it. In today's society, tell me, can you picture someone emailing her this?
He ignored me for weeks. No calls, no texts, just disappeared. I was hurt, confused, checking my phone, wondering what I did wrong. Now he's back acting like nothing happened. Texting me, calling me, trying to see me. Part of me wants to respond. What should I do?
Here's why we know that this is bull crap that she's orchestrated. Nobody sent you an email on your tablet. The reason we know, why the hell would someone go through the trouble of putting together and articulating an email and sending it to someone who's a 2-time single mother? If I'm looking to get into a long-term committed relationship, why the hell would I email a woman who is a 2-time single mother and is single? Man hate. It's man hate. And I'm going to tell you guys where the core of man hate comes from. The core of man hate. No, we're not even going to do it. We're going to do this first.
I'm Coach.
Matter of fact, yes, we are. Yes, we are. We're going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to tell you guys where the core of man hate comes from. Turbulence, people. The core of man hate comes from women who have done so much dating damage to their lives to where it's almost as if they're in society wearing a sign that tells all men, I'm not good for anything long-term or serious. But who the hell's going to admit that? I was out there getting some trains ran on me, and I did pick up about 150 pounds, right? You guys aren't doing that. Instead, listen, here's what I believe about the LGBT community. Except for people who were touched, I have tremendous sympathy for people who were touched because I can imagine that being hard to ever escape. I don't know. I'm certain that it would the damage would have already been done by the time you even get ready to make a decision. But you know, in America, it's a trend now. They've turned it into a thing, right? I truly believe that a significant number of LGBT people, they just didn't fit in society, and they were looking for any type of safety net to fall into to feel like they belong, to feel like they won't be made fun of here. So they went over there.
Facts.
Whereas the rest of us, we have to build ourselves up into something that society will accept and respect. But unfortunately, that takes work.
So he's saying being gay is better than being a heterosexual male?
No, not at all. What he's saying is the vast majority of those folks over there ain't really, you know what I'm saying, into same, they just looking for a safety net. No, you know, right? I believe that too. I think the vast majority
they can be a part of the community so they can have somewhere to live.
Exactly. Someplace they can fit in, someplace they can live. That's the vast majority. I think that's the vast majority of them folks over there.
So they're not really gay. They just don't want to be homeless.
Play gay, yeah. They you know what I'm saying? I mean, they do they do that stuff, right? Of course, they got to be, you know what I'm saying?
It's like, you know, and my apologies for the Wayne brothers right now. It's a little windy by my but I guess my assessment of the whole thing is it's like, even if you're, I mean, you pretty much boil down to three categories as a man. Either you have a patriarchal mindset, or you have a matriarchal mindset, which means you trust women to lead you, or you have somewhat of an egalitarian mindset, which means you establish a co-partnership with a woman and don't really see yourself as over her, but y'all work together as co-leaders. Right?
Yeah, egalitarian works when it feels reciprocal. It can't be one-sided.
Right. So regardless of any of those three that you pick, right, you still have to have a certain level of sincerity, honesty, and you have to have a thorough understanding of what's acceptable and what's not. You know, as a man, if you accept that it's okay for your wife to have brother husbands and body count and all that stuff really don't matter to you, then you have to, that's what you accepted. That's what you agreed to. As a man, if you agree to a monogamous relationship, then that's what you agreed to. I think a lot of men just don't agree to that type of stuff and don't have the courage to stand on it and say, look, if you do this, and that, you're disqualified. And you have to value yourself to have the discipline to not fall into just wanting companionship, so you start to accept things that you never would accept. So I think a lot of men just need to be honest with themselves and say, these are my standards. I don't care how misandrous you are. If you don't like it, don't let the door hit you where your house fits you. Yeah, go find you a woman to be with, or go find you a soft-ass dude to be with, or somebody who agrees with your morality. But, you know, ultimately, whether you believe women should lead, men should lead, or they should both co-lead, you got to be sincere when you establish in a relationship anyway. And a lot of times as humans, we don't vet in this society that we live in. So, you know, you got to be sincere when you establish a relationship with somebody.
I think people just like playing the game now. Even the most innocent of people are still playing the game.
And people who aren't down with doing the work, well, I'll just go over here. I can chop my penis off and they won't judge me. I can walk around with butt plugs inside of my penis and they won't judge me. It's easier. And it's the same way with these women. Women who have gotten their butts played with profusely, right? Men know about it. Men have, hey, shorty, you was over there talking to my guy. That you deal with her? She just gave me my number, but I'm thinking about messing with her. Bro, that's community poon thing, right? Oh, bro, say it ain't so, man. No, she's out there, bro. You don't like that this is happening to you. So instead of fix the things that you did wrong, you prefer to man hate and say, men are the reason that I have 3 children by 3 different men. Flip that. Who gets the credit for me being the exact opposite? Who gets the credit that Stacey Prince doesn't have children all over the United States? I get that credit the same way I would get that credit if I had 70 kids around here. See, I'm telling you guys, we're going to actually be doing series on this. We're going to be doing series on this because I think women need to know you're not even benefiting from man hate. You're not benefiting from it.
I teach women how to take accountability, stop blaming, and play smarter. Don't ask me if you don't want me to keep it real.
Listen, I'm going to predict this for you guys. I'm going to start this over. I'm going to predict this.
These folks be looking a little wild to me, though. It's the makeup style. It looks like RuPaul.
Not play smarter. That's crazy. You know, a lot of what's crazy, Nitus, when I go out and preach as an Israelite, bro, it be white Christians believe the Bible that just sometimes come up and have a conversation with me, right? And what I'm finding, a lot of the younger men in America, they're not accepting legal marriage no more, and birth control. So a lot of them are coming. You know, they can just find a female, have sex with her every now and then, and don't have to. And because it has been I would say more difficult to have this hookup culture that we've established in America, right? Some women now, you know, because, you know, I remember watching this podcast of this man saying, you know what, I would be perfectly fine if I was single for the rest of my life with a woman every now and then, but I'm not the legal paperwork saying I'm married. You can see all of the modern women sitting at the table. All of a sudden, I don't care what men do and I hate men, all of that. They all look like they were sad that he said what he said, you know? So a lot of mothers are starting to protect their sons and say, nah, you're not getting married on no paperwork. And before you sign that contract with the NBA or the MLB or whoever it is, you make sure they send the check to me and put the money in my name. So you're even starting to have mothers that are starting to promote the idea of having their sons find wives in other places, because American society is just turned into poison.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, because they all turn on us. That's the problem. I remember back in 2018, 2019, where, you know what I'm saying, you had much more resident racial harmony, right, amongst the groups. You know what I'm saying? Back then, and the crazy thing back then, I was dating a black chick. When their shit was good, you know what I'm saying, 2018, 2019, I'm still dating a black chick, right? We went up for a year and a half, 2 years. And then the shift happened when somebody else got in office. They thought they was too good for us, that they could reach the sky without us. You know what I'm saying? Thought they could find groups of men to replace us, and the shit failed. They got set back 1,000%, right? They got shot back down to earth. But what I was sort of thinking was going to happen was that, you know what I'm saying, you know, the head space they was in was sort of, you know what I'm saying, align itself and start making sense, sync, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing that, like I said, publicly, women are talking nowadays. They're saying hi to you, all this good jazz, all this good stuff. But at the end of the day, you can still see that rebellion in them. And it kind of, you know what I'm saying, makes you hesitant to deal with them, right? Like, you know what I'm saying, if I deal with you, is this going to be a, you know what I'm saying, some type of crazy, crippling romance, right, that I'm going to die from? You know what I'm saying? You going to end up taking me out? Or is this going to be a good relationship? You can't never really tell. That's part of the problem. You can't tell who you got until you got them. Now, as far as the marriage thing, every other group of people here in America have figured out how to get married and make their marriages sort of work, especially the Asians. The Latino people, they live within their own culture. So when they get married, it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? They don't even speak the language, shit. You know, and then you got, who else out there? Indians, everybody else seems to be figuring this shit out. Why are we working against the premise of marriage, saying we came from, we don't believe in that? And that's, to me, that's it. That sounds a little crazy, right? Now, polygamy thing, I believe in. If 2 or 3 women want to marry you, that's good. But when I see the flip side of that, it's like these niggas is homosexuals. Oh my geez, like this woman coming up with 2 or 3 different men, disrespect them. I mean, it's inclusive of a lot of stuff, man. And I don't see American women as the worst thing. I just see them as extremely misled in their thinking, right, and how they process things.
I know some very virtuous women that I grew up with here in America. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of, you know, and if a man only wants one wife, that's perfectly fine too. I keep responsibility from man and woman. You know, be responsible no matter what you do or what decision you make. But, you know, it's like this idea that it's to the point, bro, where a woman who's in her femininity, she's not arguing with a man, she's not trying to be a dude. It's pleasing to a man's soul in today's time to encounter a woman that's really delicate and feminine. You don't have to have her number. You ain't got to try to be with her. But it's just pleasant to be in the presence of a woman that's not trying to challenge you and prove that she can do without you or better. Because that's crazy that this statement that I don't need a man has become so popular that when you really, really think about having to stand on that, a lot of people wouldn't make it. There's this idea of independence is not real. Humans are not independent. The men that work on the oil rigs and that work on the power lines are just other human beings in general, not just men. We all rely on each other to exist in society. So it's okay to be self-sufficient, but when you make it a point to say, I hate you for existing, I'm gonna be borderline misandrous, I'm gonna be a girl's girl, right? At some point in time, you end up tarnishing the relationship with the person that you're supposed to coexist with and continue humanity on with. So even with hyenas being matriarchal and their whole society being ran by women, you don't see the females who dominate the males running the males off and having a 4B movement. Like, we're supposed to be more intelligent than animals, and animals got it figured out how to coexist together as opposite sex more than we do. So it's getting to the point where it's starting to get embarrassing. You know, I'm starting to question, are you really smarter than an animal?
Brain capacity and brain power are all kind of aptitude to one simple thing. What are you processing right into your brain? You got scholars out here who, you know what I'm saying, process misinformation, things of that nature, and they are highly misinformed people. Even though they can articulate the misinformation, they can go in depth with the misinformation, they can do a lot of stuff with the manipulate the data, right? It's still all misinformation. And I think it, you know what I'm saying, brain power versus reasoning.
Come on in.
Play, it's always a treat when players meet.
We got Mr. Seven up here. He could add his tutelage and knowledge about how you get people being colts and follow like sheep.
Brightish, how are you, Brightish?
Good morning.
Much respect to you and the panel. I think ADS was saying something.
Yeah, man, it's not the capacity that we lack, right? I think it's more the informational value that we're missing when it comes to a lot of stuff, because a lot of us weren't developed in two-parent households to see what it looks like to have a dad and a mom together for long stints of time, right? So they take the misinformation they hear on the internet. Like, for instance, I don't want no perfect person. You just need to be decent to be with me. You ain't got to be perfect, right? I can deal with some lip, some sass. I can deal with some attitude. I can deal with some off days. You know what I'm saying? But it can't be a constant thing with me. If it's a constant thing, then I can't deal with it. I'm not going to want to manage that. So I let it go. But as long as, you know what I'm saying, you decent, we're usually pretty good. It's more and more. I ain't going to put it out. Yeah, I'll say it. I live in the ATL, bro. You can find women here left and right and left, right. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, they're friendlier, prettier. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of good vibes from them. But once you get to know them, you know, you don't want somebody who's intentionally trying to undermine what you're trying to do. And you get a lot of that out here. I'm just saying. Thank you, Smitty.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, no, much respect. No, you was in the middle of talking. I don't know what the question is. So if you want to rephrase it for me, Knight.
Nah, we can just go for it on the video.
All right, go ahead. All right, rock out. Stop eating the weed. Sorry about that.
This woman, if you go to her thing, it says woman's accountability expert, but I don't think she knows what the word accountability means. Her entire page is, sis, he gonna keep on playing you. So I don't know why you would continue to go back to him if that's not accountability. Accountability is losing your weight. Accountability is practicing abstinence. Accountability is doing the research to be more feminine and pleasant and cooperative. That's accountability. Accountability isn't saying the reason I know men are gonna mess your life up, so stay away from men. That's not accountability. Accountability is seeing what role you play in the negative outcomes that you experience in your life. That's accountability. Let's go.
He ignored me for weeks. No calls, no texts, just disappeared. I was hurt, confused, checking my phone, wondering what I did wrong. Now he's back acting like nothing happened. Texting me, calling me, trying to see me. Part of me wants to respond. What should I do? I'm Coach No, and I teach women how to take accountability, stop blaming, and play smarter. Don't ask me if you don't.
Listen, let me say that. Hold on, damn it. I want y'all to hear that again.
Teach women how to take
I want you to hear what she claims to be. Listen to this. But first and foremost, how is it that men have no issues professing how much we love women, but you fools got to play tough? Because I can do with or without. You'll pay for it. Millions of you are already paying for it. You saw how sad your auntie went out. You're not paying attention that you have witnessed some of the repercussions of feminism and man-hate mindset. You don't know you've witnessed it. You saw how sad Aunt Geraldine went out. And guess what else? Aunt Geraldine was borrowing money from you and your mom and your dad. Aunt Geraldine was calling you guys when it was time to come take her to the grocery store and things like that. When it comes time, Aunt Geraldine came and stayed at your guys' house. But it wouldn't have happened had she had her own man. She wouldn't have needed anything from you guys. She wouldn't have needed anything from you. I swear right now, I know for a fact, you women not only are paying, But those of you who aren't paying yet, you'll pay for this mindset. We're seeing it everywhere. There's women all over social media talking about, I'm not going to lie. You know what? Let me see if I can get this. Please let me be able to get this. Please let me find it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I'm going to find this. I'm not even going to play any games. Listen, because here's how humans operate. Humans operate under the pretense that, you know, as long as they don't see no blood and things like that, they think they're all good. That's what humans believe. We don't pay attention. You know what? This is the best description that I always give people about our journey through life. Imagine diving in a pool full of molasses mixed with a little bit of super glue and then setting out on a journey to walk across country. That's us. And there's lots of things that are stuck to us based on where we have been and what we have done throughout our journey. There's lots of things that are stuck to us. And a lot of you, the worst part about it all is a lot of you don't even know it. A lot of you don't even know that there's things stuck to us, and they need addressed, because if you don't address them, when you encounter other people will see those things that are stuck on you. And we've had women even come up here and try to convince us that we can't tell when a woman has been ran through, which is the craziest thing that we've ever heard. It's the craziest thing we've ever heard. Let me see something. If I can find this, give me a second. I'm going to see something. Actually, we're going to do this. We're going to do this.
Ability, stop blaming and play smarter. Don't ask me if you don't want me to keep it real. Oh, sister, I'm gonna keep it real with you, okay? You already know what you should do. You just don't like the answer. He didn't forget about you. He straight up ignored you. A man who's really serious about you, trust me, he's not gonna go weeks or days without talking to you. He came back into your life at this moment probably because it's convenient for him and he's comfortable doing so. And he's probably comfortable doing so because you have allowed him to do this before. If you keep entertaining him like nothing ever happened, like he doesn't owe you an explanation, he's probably thinking you don't have any standards that he needs to meet. So what you need to do is stop making yourself available to someone who has you as an option. If he's disappearing on you for weeks at a time, act like it. Don't respond. Move on with your life. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just trying to keep it real. If it's messy and you need real advice, send it in. Link is in the bio.
I'm going to say this again. This is a single mother of two who is single. I need to know where you guys are at a place in your life to where you are a woman who is looking for a relationship, and the person that you select to help guide you along the way is a person who has failed in multiple relationships and is currently single right now. That thinking right there is why it appears that our main value that we see in you today is no more than bang, 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 bang. Listen, see, here's the thing. We don't mind women not knowing things and asking us like, hey, what you think about this or this or this or that? But when you guys have bull crap information and you stand on it, we only want those draws to come down. There's nothing that me and you can do past those draws coming down. We can't have an intellectual conversation. You may be able to pretend that we can, but it's going to go south eventually because of your way of thinking, right? And I'm telling you right now, you guys mark my words. There is a significant number. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. There is a significant number of African-American men who have dipped out. The number isn't as small as it used to be. I know it's not. The number isn't as small as it used to be. Because the thing about it is, you know what, Dove? Come on up, Dove. I'm not going to go through this with you. There's a link in the bio. Come on up, Dove. Look, somebody said, what the hell is this? I'm confused. You probably are. You probably are. Listen, my girl, Miss Mecca, said, women, please stop taking dating advice from single baby mamas. Who does?
Yo, Nightish.
Oh, I love this show. Serious.
Hey, Night.
But we've already had women to come up here and establish that women have told us sometimes we
You there, Nightish?
So we acknowledge it. We understand those things. Dove.
Nightish, are you there?
Friends, I missed you so much.
Tell me what kind of panties you got on right now.
None.
Oh, good morning. Good morning.
So much. Where have you been? You like dipped out on me.
Stop being thirsty.
No, we had to get some things straight.
Damn.
Listen, I got some questions for you, Dove.
Do tell.
Tell
Wait,
me,
You ain't even on the panel where they're talking
where
about
women
some good
benefit
money.
from
She
man
didn't
hate.
hear
And I
you
don't
say
want you to
that
be
shit,
from,
nigga.
if I
You
ask
sound
you
like
what you
somebody
buy
who in
if you
the
go to the
space.
grocery store, you'll say pineapples,
Just still,
apples.
Night. I
You'll
mean,
tell me.
ADS.
How
Come
do
on,
women
man.
benefit? What do
You sound
women?
like somebody in
How
the
do
space.
women's lives get
You really
better
do.
by man hate?
Well, generally, I don't think that they get better, but I do think that like women, they can protect themselves from a lot of bullshit. And you know, Prince, baby, I missed you so much, but you are talking a lot of bullshit tonight.
Am
And I
I?
think that like, you are like, you see me in the chat, Prince. You know, I only know how to tell the truth.
Well, that's why I brought you up. We appreciate it and we adore the truth up here.
Yeah, you're talking like I miss you, but I only know how to tell the truth. Like,
So
what you're
we all know where this is going. Let's
no,
go,
we
Dove.
don't. I'm good.
Let's go, Dove. Name something that I have
No.
said. Name something that I have said that can be proven wrong or does not meet the bar of logic.
The one that comes to mind is just now you were like going after that beautiful woman for being like a single mom and saying, oh, why would you take dating advice from her? And like I said in the chat, she was giving good advice. Ladies, if a man can go weeks without talking to you, without hearing from you, he don't like you. She wasn't lying.
No,
I don't know why you-
hold on. Here's what I said previously. You guys are not assessing what could be wrong with you.
Nothing. She's starring, directing everything of her own movie. Ain't nothing going on with her. You just have to go along if you don't got no standards.
Mm.
If it's just, oh, anything goes, you an adult, I'm an adult. Let's try not to delete each other.
Mm.
What's going on, Tato?
You know, I got an issue somewhat with the whole, I don't know, single mom thing. I don't know. I don't know.
All that stuff seemed like 4 years ago, though.
I mean, it's just, you know, my whole look on it, because it's like, if somebody at the time when me and the mother of my child broke up, we'd be like, oh, you're a single mom now. One, you don't know the dynamics of what our relationship consists of and why we're not together, right? Two, I mean, if she's a single mom and we both got a kid, then don't that make me a single dad? So I'm just saying, like, I don't know, it just, and I know we try to make the argument, I know dudes try to make this one archetype of a man argument of, well, the single father always does a lot better than the single mother. I mean, look, I do believe, regardless, when it comes to raising children, when it comes to relationships, it's case by case. We can get an overall, I guess you can say, maybe guesstimate. We can theorize, we can hypotheticalize, we can do all of those things. But overall, all of these things are really just kind of a case by case. And what I've peeped to land at night is that in these spaces, it's really more so of a one type of man archetype of thinking. So like if you hear anybody say anything kind of outside of, I guess, maybe what he's saying, because everybody has the best answers in the world. You got to remember that, right? Everybody got the greatest answer on planet Earth for how to make relationships work. But yet we have noticed decade in and decade out now that the results are still the same, if not getting worse. So what's really working? You know what I noticed that works, Nightish, to land it? Study the person that you're with. I'm going to keep saying that. It's case by case. It's individual by individual. Point blank, period. Men aren't a monolith, neither are women. So it's case by case. I digress. My mic is muted.
Yo, let me see now.
Oh, and I'm smoking on a moon. I got some moon rocks today.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
Hold
that's
on,
not-
Dove. Listen, there is a mass number of people. Let's be honest, Dove. There are millions. We're not gonna say millions. Nobody wants African American women. Now, my point in bringing that up is this: do you really think that men have it wrong? Men from Yugoslavia don't want African American women. Men from Lithuania, men from Australia, they have been ranked the most undesirable group of women on the planet to date. So my question is, at what point do you say stop?
What's going after Alexander Barnes? What's going on, DC? No, DJ Young C. Tato. He said Tato.
Brightest, do you need glasses for your glasses?
You probably do.
I got 20/20. I ain't gonna lie. Ever since that beetle flew in my ear when I was like 13, my left ear kind of went down, and I noticed my vision. Like, it's true. Like, when you lose a little bit of one sense, your other one's enhanced, and like my vision's off the chain. I just can't hear that good. I can't hear that good. My left ear is real iffy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely one case at a time. Let me see.
Of African American women, and I won't throw whites and Asian women in there because they already naturally have a system built inside of them due to how they were raised, due to the minimal amounts of trauma and dysfunction they experience. When it comes time, they know how to snap back, and it's in them, right? Unfortunately, what's in Black women is not feminism. What they've been taught is to be strong and independent. So they don't even have a reference point to go back to and recharge and reactivate their femininity when it comes time to get right. So they're going to perish. You know what I mean when I say that they're going to perish? Because this is happening.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Nitish.
Start turning the music down on all that.
Let me ask you a question. So when they talk about, like, you know, because I also hear this thing about like who we should listen to when it comes to relationships. Like, nah, if you were divorced, you shouldn't be able to talk. If you know, you're single, you shouldn't be able. So let me ask you this. You want to actually learn about on boots on the ground warfare, like actual tours across seas. Let me give you three options. Who do you want to hear from more? Do you want to hear from the war vet that came back unscathed, not a single scratch on him, but he really was over there? Do you want to hear from the guy who walks into the room, he got a prosthetic leg, he's missing a few fingers and got an eye patch? Or option C, would you value their experience equally? Right? So what do you got for that first? You'll see where I'm at.
I would go with the first choice.
So you would want to talk to so basically how they say in relationships, the person that has what will be viewed as the perfect relationship.
Yeah.
There's an old saying that goes, old losers taught me how to win. All right. Yeah. Sometimes an old loser can teach you how to win. So my point is that my option personally would be both. I would equally want to hear from the person who came in unscathed. I want to know, how did you do that? But you know what I also want to know? What happened to cuz that lost his leg, 3 fingers, and an eye? I want to know that too. I want to know that story because it's a lot that I can learn from that story. So all I'm saying is, my point and why I made that analogy example is because, you know, I hear everybody for the most part say that we should only listen to people who are like married or got something that looks online really, really good in the eyes of people, as opposed to everyday people who have real experiences. The fact is this, y'all. The people who are in the most happiest of relationships, who can give you the best advice, are not here online. Not even myself. None of us. Listen. If they're online doing this shit, I promise you, that's not the authentic, organic version of what it is that you may be looking for in your real life. You know who you got to go talk to? Somebody right up the street that's lived, and they've been a couple for like almost 30, 40 years, and they had that house, and kids done grew up and moved out and everything else. You need to talk to real people in real life. You need to talk to the people that's not here. You want to know why they're not here? They're too busy enjoying and maintaining their real life relationship. All right. Now, I'm not saying and negating anybody. I'm not saying it ain't real couples online that really do the damn thing. I mean, you know, you have some outliers, but overall, I would say the happiest that I see, they don't even want to step foot on these panels. They don't want to be here. They don't want to be here. They don't want to hear none of this BS, none of these narratives. They don't want nothing to do with none of that. Fit and friendly, 6 feet, 6 abs, figures, and all that. They don't want to hear none of that. Because they are truly in love and they've been with that person, and that might not be there. She might be big as a house and he 5'6" with a gut and skinny arms. You don't know. They love each other. Can't keep them away from each other. You can't tell that man it ain't a more beautiful woman out there on planet Earth than old Cheryl over there in the back. So you know, that's just where I am with it. But I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out. I'm just running my mouth. Okay, I think Knight might have nodded off. Shit, I wasn't ready for this. Okay, let's go. A hip, a hop, a hippie to the hip, hip hop, and you don't stop. Rocking to the up, turn about the rock, dang the boogie to the boogie to the boogie to be. Hopefully, Nighters will wake up. Hopefully, Nighters will wake up. Get your ass up. Get your ass up, Nightish. Wake up. He be nodding off. He be snoring. Not really, though, because he drink too much. And he be lit early in the morning. He be lit before noon. He be lit late at night. That's what he do. Yeah. Wake up, Nightish. Wake up, Nightish. Wake up, Nightish. Wake up, wake up. Blink your eyes. Blink your eyes. Blink your eyes. Just blink them, blink them. Scratch that crud up out your face. Scrap that crud up out your face and go brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Wash your face. Wash your face. He be snoring, but it ain't boring. Even when he's snoring, that do be fun. Go, Nightish, wake up, Nightish, wake up, Nightish, wake up. Yeah, Nightish, wake up, Nightish, wake up. Call him narc, but he ain't snitching, he just sleep. How you gonna tell when the nigga just sleep? He sleep. Nightish. Gotta wake up. You can't nod off in the middle of your own show. You can't. Gotta get up, Nightish. Nightish. I'm gonna poke you with this cyber stick. Somebody poke him with somebody put a stick emoji in the chat for me. Somebody got a stick emoji. I need a broomstick. I need a broomstick. I need a broomstick. I'm just saying, please, Nightish, get up. Come on, Nightish. This feels like the scene with Craig and Debo. Come on, get up, Craig. Come on, Craig. Jeez. What? Jesus sandals? What? Nightish needs to get his ass up. There we go. Somebody get poke him with a stick. There we go. Hockey sticks, drumsticks. There we go. Chicken sticks, all that. All of it. That's right. Nightish, what are we doing? Broomsticks. There we go. Broomsticks. There we go. Somebody bang on the ceiling. Tell him turn that damn music down. See, he can't hear us right now because he nodded off to loud ass music. He's the only one that can do that shit. You know, somehow or another, he'll just nod off in the corner, standing up with shades on. You talking to the nigga, you think he up. That nigga ain't up. He nodding off. Then all of a sudden, in the middle of you talking, he just busts out and go. And you be like, what? Hold on, bro. Hold on. I thought this nigga was up. Then you like tilt his shades down and shit. Then when you tilt the shades down, this nigga eyes closed and shit. But nah, not really. Because Nightish is the type you'll walk in the room. That nigga sleep like Major Payne. You remember the scene when the kids went in the room and that nigga eyes was wide open, snoring and shit? That's the creepy shit Nightish should do. See, that's how he be fooling us. That nigga sit right there, eyes wide open, staring at your ass on the panel and shit. Whole time that nigga is snoring. He is out of it. That nigga is gone. Okay, I'm just trying to let you know what you're working with. So when you come over here, don't be mad at him. Don't be mad. He's a narcoleptic. That's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Before Dope Fiends mastered nodding off halfway while standing up but never hitting the ground, Nightish been mastered that shit with no dope. No dope. He mastered it without the drugs. That nigga, you'll see him lean a little. He'll give you the Michael Jackson lean. He'll give you that lean like in Smooth Criminal, but then that nigga come right back. He come right back. And then he want to argue with you like he wasn't asleep. He mad at you because you tapping him. Stop hitting me. Nigga, you was asleep. No, I wasn't. Yes, you was. You was asleep the whole time. You gonna stop hitting me? Now he want to threaten you with a Wild Irish Rose bottle and shit. You see, these are the problems we be having sometimes on these panels, but it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Nightish. Brightish. Light bright. Turn on the stars, what we see tonight. Well, since he's taking a nap, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go make some coffee because apparently this dude right here needs an espresso. So if y'all don't mind, while I'm getting up out of here, everybody send shots of coffee emojis in the chat for Nightish. All right, come on, y'all. Give Brightish some espresso and coffee beans in the chat. Thank you very much. I digress. My mic is muted. Brightish. Light bright.
They want me to work for free. Okay, I gave y'all how much time today? 3 hours damn near. And I got $2. Thanks to the person that sent me the $2. That's Brother Noomsy. Yeah, Brother Noomsy, thank you for the $2. Y'all really don't listen to the dating stuff like that. It's kind of boring to me. It's been said to death. They're either going or they're not going. People watching this damn thing. What's going on, Zoomer? Yeah. Time is it? 6, 7. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up, y'all. I'll be back. Be great.
We'll shut this motherfucker down.
That's all, folks.